Alright.
I've only gotten one deposit back though from a landlord in general, so I never expect one back.
Oh, bro, they try so hard to fucking do any little thing that a landlord can do to be like, oh, no, you can't have your deposit.
Yeah.
Dude, I was actually kind of surprised that I got my deposit back for the place on Jefferson Street. But when you think about it, he kind of had to give it back to me because...
You didn't bring up all the shit that happened and went wrong with the
well,
shit?
that too. I would say they never fixed shit. It was
Strangers
shitty,
walking
like...
in.
I had 6 years there, and I never the strangers walking in, 6 years, no upgrades or nothing. The repairs that did get done were half done, they never got finished and shit. And I didn't leave the apartment with every goddamn thing that I ever fucking owned in it. Like the last dude. I
Got a
cleaned...
bunch of free shit.
No, I kept fucking... that picture right there that's hanging in the kitchen, I kept that.
Dude, what if that was like a clause in like a thing? Like, you can live here, but anything you bring in has to stay. It's like, wait, what?
Say, I will live somewhere else. I will find somewhere that does not have this requirement.
Well, technically, let's say if you like buy property and you fix it up, it's not like, I mean, some people I guess rip that shit out and take it with them, but
I mean, if you rent a property,
let's say
you buy it, fucking that shit's yours.
yeah, that's what I was just saying. Like, you rent a property and let's say you make upgrades to it.
I've done that. I had to leave them. That was the house on
Exactly.
Lakeview on the island. I mean, I didn't have to leave them, I guess, but I did. I
Like,
did
you
that
ain't going
for-
through the time to put everything else that was there back in.
Also,
You got rid of it. And,
planned on living there for like 10 plus years, and then we lived there for a year, and Echo wanted to move to Florida. So all the work that I did was for naught.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't ever, like, dude mentioned to me after I got settled in, he was like, oh, if you want to do projects, we can talk about some stuff. And I was like, dude, no way, man. Like, I'm not upgrading anybody's property. Like, this is yours. But, like,
unless you're
need to do
taking
some shit.
money off rent, then maybe, but at the same time,
Say, we're paying
Also
well.
depends on, like, what it is. You know, he might take money off of rent for fucking one thing, but then
build me a couch.
when lease renewal comes up or whatever, you're gonna be like, oh well, I'm gonna raise your rent by $400 because you made it look nice.
you know, there's some people in Tennessee that like own their property and don't fix up the outside of it because that would raise property taxes. So they'll like you
Yep.
look like a
Raise
ghetto ass
property
property. You
value.
walk into their house and you're like, this is a fucking mansion. Well, it looks nice in here.
Yeah, it's like one of those like the cartoons where you go by and it's a real shitty and tiny house or whatever, and you
Snoopy's
walk,
doghouse.
and then you walk in and it's fucking gigantic, multi-million-dollar fucking
A
property.
Harry Potter tent, those look ghetto as shit. It just looks like a camping tent. You walk into it, it's like, what?
Fucking Mickey's Playhouse.
Yeah, the fucking the tent in Harry Potter.
Or Genie's lamp.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It depends on which genie you talking about. From I Dream of Genie,
Well,
right?
they both were kind of ghetto looking. I guess she had a nicer looking lamp.
I'm just saying, the genie from
Bewitched?
Aladdin, his lamp was not fancy.
No, it wasn't. It looked like it was made of gold.
Yeah. You could be like, you might be able to take that bitch out and go sell it. But yeah, no, his was itty bitty living space, tiny, cramped in that bitch.
No, I think they actually showed like a video of what the inside of Genie's lamp looks like, and it wasn't like it's like
Go to
a
it
joke
and then
on words, I guess, that
Kingdom
made it
Hearts, don't
funny.
you? Should we go to Genie's lamp for a second?
No.
No?
Wait, what?
Are you going to Aladdin's hut?
Yeah, I would say you go into
I thought you went
Aladdin's
into
house.
Genie's lamp for like a second before he
That would've
got
been in the
taken
TV
by
series.
Jafar. I was thinking of Kingdom Hearts because I just went through
Oh.
that world.
That's a
Yeah.
good point. I never played that part, but
Yeah, you don't go into the lamp. There's the one where he comes out, like Aladdin summons him right away, tells him to save Jasmine, and then Iago stole it and he goes right back into it.
that would be kind of shitty. You have cosmic galactic powers, but you can't change like the diameter of inside the lamp.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
it's your prison.
Well, that's-
There's magic imbued into it to keep you in there, so you shouldn't be able to mess with what's preventing you from leaving, you know?
Was it? You don't have to be prevented from leaving, but you should be able to, like, it'd be like
Like
a
hypothetically,
10 by 10, or you could choose a 20 by 20.
you go to prison
Yeah.
and they're like, you can upgrade the room, you can make the walls bigger, you can knock them out if you want to. Then you got prison breaks on your hand. They're like, you said I could do it.
That's
We're
true.
boogieing.
You know what always confused me is, like, I don't know how the fuck he knew that he could be wished free. Like, because he's been a genie for so goddamn long, you would think that would be one of those things that would just be forgotten by
But
time.
I think he can use magic, but he could not prevent himself to set himself free.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, you can't just set yourself free, like, to be free here. But I'm surprised he knew at all that he could be set
Is
free.
it ever mentioned how many people he's been with before Aladdin?
No, that was never
not
mentioned.
not in Disney, but maybe in like the actual.
Because I'm just
Thousands
like,
of
you know,
years,
maybe
probably.
I don't think he would have a bad memory. I think, you know, forced to being what he does, like most of his days are probably very similar. So the extra
Well,
shit
I
that he
think he
gets
can also
outside of the
time
lamp,
travel. So it's like,
he can because he can blip.
yeah.
I don't know if it's time traveling because he's still in the same like now moment.
Yeah, that's I don't ever remember hearing nothing about
Well,
it.
at the
But
end
I mean,
of the
you
movie
he
Aladdin,
probably
he has
could.
Disney shit on, and he was pretty much going to Disney World. Like, Disney World wasn't in that fucking time frame.
Well, I mean, if it's like it is in Kingdom Hearts, they're in their own like world. They're in their own like on their own time frame per se.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's all part of the same universe. Like, that's a theory. Like, Pixar has its own universe.
Yeah, but every planet has its own time. So it's like if he came from Agrabah or whatever, and then he wished or found a way to make it to planet Earth, where Disney World is, they're going to be on a different time frame than Agrabah.
So is Agrabah a part of our, universe and time frame?
Maybe. I mean, I guess.
I think it would always be in the same universe.
Well,
I
I
think the
mean,
genie-
Maybe
kind
not
of-
always. You could probably go to a different universe, but
I
If
mean,
we're
we got-
talking Disney, in Sword in the Stone, Merlin could time travel, and he's a wizard. And Genie is technically almost a wizard.
is it time traveling though, or is it teleporting? Because
Well,
teleporting
Merlin
is not
could
time
travel.
He could go from medieval
Yeah, they
times
say that in
to
actual
future
Disney
times.
movie.
yeah, but Merlin's also not tied to a fucking
He's a
lamp
wizard,
or
Harry.
nothing either.
He's a wizard.
But it's magic. And Genie could use magic.
But wasn't Genie like
That's
something
true.
else
So
before he was a genie?
Maybe Genie can time travel after he gets freed.
Because Jafar was a human before he turned into a genie, so it's like the magical powers might only be because he is a genie.
Well, yeah.
No,
Merlin
no.
is a
After he was
wizard.
set free in Aladdin the movie, he could still use magic.
Well, what's the difference between a genie and a wizard?
Well, the type of magic, I would think, magic is different. It's not all the same.
They just call
kind
it
of
magic. I
you know.
think it's just a different. What do you call it? Classification of
Well, I think it's a different
person that could use magic.
type of magic, because a wizard or a magician or a mage or whatever
Or a
you would
witch.
want to call it is what made Genie.
It could
I
be
would
a
imagine.
curse. It could have
Huh.
been a curse.
Dude, how the fucking fuck did the TV turn itself back on again?
It's
been sitting like
that with the timer for a hot minute.
That's crazy. I didn't even
Um,
notice that until that thing popped
But yeah,
up.
I don't necessarily know like what the exact words are, but there's different kinds of magic. Like necromancy versus like, believing in like an earthly magic or pure chaos, like arcane type magic.
I
There's
think the
different
genie can time
vibes
I
to
would
it.
say
time
that
travel.
makes sense.
And then so like whatever type of magic made Genie was also bestowed upon him when he became a genie, but it's like,
Wouldn't that he be a wizard if he was set free then? He was no longer a genie.
I mean, it depends on what what that would be. We don't know.
Well, Google
he
what
was
genie
set
means.
free and
Maybe
he
genie
stayed a
is just
genie.
a type of wizard.
Well, it says
A genie would-
it says a genie and a wizard are both magical figures from folklore and fantasy, but they come from very different traditions and operate in fundamentally different ways. So it just must be the way you operate.
So my thing is if whatever made Genie
Like an alchemist.
put its power where it wanted it, the way that it wanted it. So it depends on how that individual would have either thought about that outcome, if he thought about it at all, and how that would work. Because if Genie was a human, he might just go back to being a human. But if the wizard's like, oh, the magic won't forever go away if he changes
But when
back.
a genie becomes a human, he still
doesn't
could use
become it.
he could still use magical powers.
In Aladdin, he stays Genie, but he's free.
But that's what they're calling him as his name.
Does genie have an actual name?
So they don't
Well, I think that's-
necessarily say that he's not a genie anymore, but they don't not say that either.
I mean, it is
They
his
do say
name,
goodbye,
but
and I
he,
think they say genie.
Yeah, but they're just calling
So,
that.
take
They're just
Jafar,
calling
though.
that for his name. Like
Jafar-
that's
There's
just,
a female genie called a genius.
Jafar was an Egyptian male before he turned into a red genie.
were they in Egypt?
Yeah, it's. I
Agrabah,
mean,
I
it's
think it's in
like
Africa.
hypothetically. No,
No, that'd be Arabic,
it's
right?
in its own. It's in its own world. Agrabah is like its own thing. I'm pretty sure.
So then, how the fuck would Jafar have been Egyptian?
I'm just saying that's like what he was. Like he was a pretty white like male. You know, like Egyptians are light skinned. You know, and so but then when he turned into genie,
They had camels.
he was red.
Yeah.
They had elephants.
Yeah.
They had camels and,
so,
elephants.
like
Yeah.
that doesn't lead me not to believe that when Genie, before he became Genie, was like maybe he was black, maybe he was white, maybe he was a fucking woman. Who knows? You know.
Well, he
But
stayed blue.
he changed, and well, but what? How do you know that he was blue before? You don't get to see him when he was a human.
Well,
Or
in
before
the
whatever
live
he
action
was.
series, in the live action movie, Will Smith was blue, right, when he was a genie.
I don't. That's
Well,
not
yeah.
Genie though. That's not.
And
Aladdin.
then when he became free,
You talking about Shazam?
no, not Shazam, the
No,
Aladdin
Genie's
movie.
blue.
Yeah, Genie. Well, yeah, but I thought he was talking about Shazam.
No, they made a live action Aladdin movie. And
Yeah,
Will
yeah, they
Smith-
made a live action.
Will Smith
Aladdin.
plays
When?
Genie.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
the
like
past 5
20
years,
no,
6 years ago.
Longer than that. I
Past
think,
10
I think
years,
it was.
within 10
Yeah, I think it
years.
was 2017.
Oh, I never seen that. So he's a blue human before he.
He's a blue genie, and then when he wishes to be free,
Yeah,
I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure he
know.
turns
I don't
black.
know what he is before. Like, there's no origin for Genie. I don't think.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying is like
He
we
could be
don't
an alien
know
for all I
who
know.
or what Genie was before he was turned into a genie. So if he somehow gets out of his curse, which he does, it is kind of up for interpretation on whether or not he still has magical powers or whether he still looks like Genie,
I think Genie
or
could
whether
very much pick any color he wanted if he wanted to. He could have been like,
maybe
excited
now
to
that
yellow.
he's free.
This is interesting. So, a genie is magic, a being of raw power that bends reality, often with strings attached. A wizard does magic, a person who has mastered the craft.
Yeah.
So Genie's not
He's
human
pure
to
magic.
begin
He's
with.
more
yeah,
like
he's
the Force.
pure magic. But then that's crazy. How
Unless
the
he
fuck
was
does
contorted.
how does something?
Because Jafar is a wizard, so he's doing magic. He's not necessarily magic
Some magical
Yeah, but
items
he
could
gets turned
technically be
into
considered
a
alive.
genie.
because he wishes for it.
Yeah.
But so like maybe Genie didn't wish for it, but it's like in
It
in
just-
Dungeons and Dragons, right? Wizards can create apparitions and they can create like these fucking giant one-eyed eyeball fucking tentacle monster things that beholders that just fucking decimate everything. And they create these like things, and then once they're created, they have like a mind of their own, but they like are almost always in some way connected to the person that like creates it. And so that's where my theories about like what is happening to Genie or a Genie when they're made is coming from, because it's like it's the
I
magic
think
that
it's
makes
magic
them.
that's alive.
And then they do have like consciousness afterwards, but it's like it's not necessarily like it's like 90% free will, 80% free will, and then 20% of the time you have like a restriction or something that's saying I can't do this or go that far, like attack
They have
your
restrictions.
creator,
I
you
think
know,
genies have
Yeah.
restrictions.
stuff like that. But they're definitely magical.
But
That's
that
for
like
sure.
that coincides with in Naruto, they could turn into objects. And that's just an object. Like you could turn yourself into a piece of wood. You could turn yourself
Wood
into
ninjutsu.
a.
Turkey Tai Chi.
Yeah, but that wasn't magic though. That's like
energy.
yeah, You know,
Naruto's all about
you're-
energy.
Yeah. I would say I wouldn't call that magic.
Magic is a type of energy, I believe. Like,
Yeah. Magic is like if we're considering magic to be real, it's technically like one of the
magic is real.
building blocks of like life.
Magic is real.
Like I said, there's different types of magic and stuff, you know. So it's like there's earthly magic. That's the same thing as like
Mars magic.
There's water-based magic and stuff.
Is
which
using the Force considered magic?
They're like elements, is what I'm trying to say. So they're like the basic building blocks. If we're considering magic to be for sure, that is what it would be like considered, what it would be to be made up of, or like type deal. It would be an element of some sort.
So this is one of my favorite Marvel quotes. It's out of Thor. Magic is just a science that you can't explain.
Try me, dude.
Yeah.
I'm a lizard, Harry.
Well, I think in the Harry Potter world, they could turn a cup into something like, or turn a rat into a cup.
Transmutation.
Transfiguration.
Transfiguration.
Well, transmutation is also a certain type. I think it has to. Transfiguration, I could be wrong. This might be worth a Google. But transfiguration, I believe, is when you turn like
Matter into a different type of matter?
Yeah, like a bunny into a deer or something. But transmutation is when I turn like a cup into money. So it's like living.
I'm just going by what the class names were in fucking Harry Potter.
Yeah.
The
Transmutation.
transfiguration class was fucking. I think that's what it was called.
Well, it was called a
couldn't
couple things. It
You
was like
couldn't
a
turn your own
three.
self into an animal, but you could turn other people, like, you couldn't turn yourself into any animal. I'm pretty sure they state that in Harry Potter. Like, there's only certain animorphs. Like, for Professor Monk,
Yeah,
could only turn into a cat. like,
well, no, not everybody can do it. Is what, like,
I
turn
thought they said
yourself
you had to
into
pick
an
a certain animal. I'm pretty sure
No,
I
that's the
stated somewhere.
Patronus. That becomes like, well, it doesn't have to be an animal, I guess. But
I could have swore you had to pick a certain animal, like, that's why he could only get turned into a rat, that's why Sirius Black could only get turned into a wolf. The other dude got turned into a werewolf because he was bit by a werewolf.
I think it was like inherent.
Oh, okay.
But I know they said that not everyone can. That's being an animagus.
An animagus.
When you can turn yourself into an animal.
Yeah.
But I thought it was just called transfiguration.
That's
like,
the
and
class,
they never.
yeah.
Yeah.
But they talk about lots of different things, like
When Rick turns
transmutation
himself
would
into
be
a
like a
pickle.
subclass.
Yeah,
And
but
then-
I don't think they ever mentioned that shit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm
They might
like
in the
in my
books.
D&D world when we're talking about this, and they call
This is
it like,
fucking Harry Potter, man.
This is the D&D world. It's all the same
No, it's
shit.
not.
Yeah, it is.
Harry Potter is his own world.
Fucking J.R. Tolkien read some fucking Lord
Well,
of the Rings.
the
before.
whole there's lots of TV series and book
J.K.
series
Rowling?
that get expanded on that's
Oh,
not
I said it.
not
I
told
mixed
in the
them
book
both. Tolkien wrote
and
Lord of the
TV
Rings.
series. Never expanding universe.
There's lots of magic.
Lots of different types of magic. Depends on what universe you're in.
Well, I mean,
I'm
yeah.
magic.
There's lots of
Like magic technically wasn't mentioned in Naruto, but like technically they're using fucking magic.
If you had to pick one and keep one, right? If you had to get rid of the other one, which
What?
would you pick and keep? E-girls or eye-ladies?
I think you've asked this before. And I'm not saying one because you're gonna fucking turn it around on me. I don't remember the answer, but I remember fucking picking one, and you were like,
Eye-ladies nuts on your
"Yeah." I asked you what's yeah.
Fair enough, dude. All right, dude.
I know this was a trick question.
Good counter. Good counter. I got this chick that I used to work with back to back, dude. I told her the night before we left work.
Was she drunk? Like,
No.
what if you ask a question to someone that's intoxicated while they're blacked out, and you got them, and then you ask them why they were sober and they don't remember?
You'll get them again.
That's
all there is to it.
Yep.
But she wasn't. We worked this long ass fucking day. It's called First Friday. Bunch of motherfuckers running around doing shit. Everything's crazy. Busy day. And while I was out smoking a cigarette, I ended up seeing this shit online, and it was like one of those things that I'm like, lock it in. We're not forgetting about this one, you know? And so I went back in, and at the very end of the night, while she was doing the drawer, so she was counting, I asked her this, and she fucking straight fell for it, and she was like, that's a good one. And then we both opened the next day, so we're back in there like 8 hours.
And you straight got her with the same
Got
question?
her again, dude. She was behind the bar, setting up the bar, and I was just like, hey,
how
Sierra.
blonde is she? Is she actually look blonde?
I think she fakes the blonde. I don't think she's naturally
Well,
blonde.
I'm going to say she had short-term memory loss or something. Like, she got dementia because, like...
She might.
I've asked you guys the same questions before, but it's not the next day.
Or is it? The world may never know. But yeah, dude, the double get. The double back.
That's like one of them things that's super rare to do too.
Well, you could be told an answer to something and a couple months later not know the answer to it again.
Yeah, I know, but the next day, that's legendary. You can get something, dude, yeah.
That's the spin.
Hey, all I'm going to say is I could ask somebody to spell something one day, and the next day I'm still not going to probably be able to know how to spell it.
I'm always going to know how to spell everything because I can just fucking Google it. I'm terrible at spelling, dude. I'll be sitting there just like some regular ass words. I'm like,
oh,
like
dude, Curtis got me with
like,
this one time. I asked him how to fucking
like,
spell stupid or
H?
something stupid like that. It was like something, I believe it was stupid. And he was like, you ready? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, C-O. And I started fucking writing it down. And I'm all like, you motherfucker. Like,
Corey Randall, that's how you spell stupid.
But he started saying it really slow, and I started writing it down, and I was like, I don't even think he made it to Y, and I was like, you fucking son of a bitch, like.
Sounds like something Curtis would do.
I was like, you got me, but still, like.
Have you seen the new one that's going around where, like, I don't know if it's only with the autistic kids, but the regular sibling will ask the autistic kid what IDC means.
That you can get that on a regular person.
And then they say, I don't care, and then you're like, all right, whatever, dude, I'll go ask somebody else.
That's good.
We'll figure it out.
I think I'm going to pull that one on a couple people at work, honestly.
You know who wouldn't fall for that?
Someone that doesn't.
Titus?
Scott. No, Titus would definitely fall for it because he definitely knows what IDC means. He's young enough that he knows.
Fine, you know what to tell me?
Dude, there's newer words in the past 5-10 years that like I see the newer generation saying, and I have to be like, what's that?
Yeah, definitely.
They're always coming up with new words.
Like Giga Chad and Grizz and
Titus
all that
isn't that young though.
Titus is gonna be 29, I think.
Something like that. Yeah, he's not in that in the next generation.
Could you imagine like actually time traveling and like you time travel into the future like 300-400 years and they're using a whole different English? Like, you have to relearn the complete English language.
In my dark, dismal view, I think if you time travel 300 years into the future right now in this timeline, you're coming to a whole lot of nothingness.
Well, okay, let's say you go to the past like 1,000 years.
Fucking negative.
I don't think we're making it 300 more years, dude.
I'm gonna make it 300 more years.
Depends on what your
I guess
concept
maybe
of
I'll
time
see you there.
Depends on what your concept of time is.
I mean, I don't think humans are gonna make it 300 more years.
That's like our years is different from another planet's years.
But I'm talking about here and now. You said time traveling into the future 300 years from now. That's the time frame I'm using. Timeline. I don't think this human race here on this planet Earth is making it 300 more years.
It is if you have signers.
Have you seen India? India is in bad form right now, dude.
Well, there's a lot of countries around the world that are in bad form.
Yeah, it's like, there's only so much shit on the planet. And the more people, like we are, from 100 years ago, our population is immensely different. If anything proceeds that, the next 100 years, our population will be immensely fucking different. Like,
well, that's all. That's
trillions.
To say, like, what if the Earth had to restart? Would there be humans again? Like evolution, like not evolution, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure there's TV series and movies that that travel so far hundreds of thousand years into the future and not civilization, but humans.
It depends on who lives.
Not even who lives. I'm pretty sure there's been movies and TV series where like it goes from organisms develop into humans again.
The Big Bang
it restarts
again.
It restarts.
Yeah, but who knows if that's true?
I mean,
I don't. Theory. Like I think they do it. Rick and Morty didn't like everything's like on another level, like 3 inches to the left or something like
I know what you're talking about. I'm pretty sure it's like one of the like underlaying things, like when they go from like the sewers up to Manhattan or whatever,
New
York.
I think that's Futurama.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They have like all the different like time zones and stuff, and you can see it like reset in one of the episodes.
Well, that's a different type of reset. I'm talking about completely reset from like.
Well, I don't think the Big Bang could happen again.
Not even just an atom, like an organism.
Yeah, but I mean, like the time and the way that
Earth explodes and then it fucking gathers and everything restarts from.
If Earth explodes, I don't think it's regathering because they're gonna lose our gravity.
Well, that's what happens with like when stars and shit explode like that.
Well, that's one theory.
They explode into fucking huge things, and then they eventually settle all back in.
And the sun implodes, it like sends a shockwave out that then brings itself back. But that's a sun. That's not planet Earth. If planet Earth explodes, our gravity falls out of sync, and our whole galaxy like goes into shit.
You never know.
We got this.
You never know because they say that
the asteroid gotta be a fucking
asteroid belt inside our solar system.
That's not negative. That's just like what would happen. Our gravitational pull would just become zero.
You don't think we can recover from a fucking explosion?
It's just
humans aren't gonna fucking make it 300 more years.
If the Earth explodes, humans definitely aren't.
If vampires are real, what if they had that like mentality?
Dude,
like, it's gonna be over in 300 years, and 1,000 years later, like I thought it would have ended a long time ago. Like back when the Black Plague was happening. Like
vicious little mices.
Or lizard people. Like what if lizard people like down there just like I thought this shit would end already. Like,
they're up here.
I don't think lizard people got that kind of brain power.
Dude, that's why they look like Britney Spears, you know? They're
just inside a snow globe and somebody shakes it. Like,
I think that was in Solar Opposites or whatever, where the kid had like a universe wall or whatever, all the different like people.
Yeah, the wall.
Trapped in the wall. I never watched all that.
Honestly, I thought that was
the best part. Yeah, that was the best part of the whole.
They would have made a TV series on just the wall. Like I would have watched that shit. Like
it was intense. It's like because I remember like doing LSD
but
when
they
I was
also
like fucking
knew that there was a bigger
15
world
or
around
16,
them.
and I think it was Logan, and he was like, "What if we're just like some
in Men
other
in Black,
species,
they open up a locker and then he's like, oh, he's gone.
Project and we're stuck underneath their bed. Like, that's it. You know, they just put us in a fucking shoebox type thing and shoved us under the bed and we're gathering dust down there. You know, he's like, what if that's our universe? And I was like, that'd be fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
one time I tripped on mushrooms and like, I imagine like, I think it was somebody from Solar Opposites, they opened up the sky and dipped their head in and then they closed it and I was all like,
I'm gonna go about my day. I didn't see that.
That's all you can do though. Like, if that shit happens, because like, what are you gonna do about it?
The sky is falling.
Pull the go on with your life.
You'll cause mass panic everywhere.
Well, that's pretty much like what if the Earth was larger and like they say this is a theory that like we're in our own zones.
Say what now? I don't understand that.
It kind of goes to coincide with that, like
the universes, like the
not the universe to Earth, like a larger Earth theory. And then the ice wall, we have our ice wall, and it keeps going.
If the Earth was larger, we wouldn't be able to rotate like around the sun like we do.
Depends on how many suns does the Earth have? Like, what if the Earth is a lot larger and each zone has its own moon and sun, and then they eventually line up, and that's how eclipses happen. Like
that's what a universe is. If every universe has like
there's
a couple
Earth,
I think that might have two, but every universe has one sun. That's where the gravitational pull comes from.
I think it's galaxies. Every galaxy.
Yeah, every galaxy, and then every universe has multiple galaxies. And what I think you're talking about is the multi-universe theory, where like each universe is a little bubble, and there's millions of bubbles out there that are universes.
No, what I'm saying is there's a ball.
Yeah.
And the ball has little dots on them, and the dots are the ice wall, like its own section of what we call Earth, and it's round. Like the ball, each dot has its own sun and moon going around the dot.
I don't think that could.
You get what I'm saying?
No.
You get what I'm saying, BK?
Into the ice theory stuff. Either.
Maybe. I think.
Like imagine a sphere,
Yeah.
And every little dot on it is its own ice wall.
What are the dots though? Like
the dots are the little different environments, different domes, different domes on a ball. Like I say, a ball has 100 dots all over it, and each dot is a dome, and every dome has its own sun and moon. That's the bigger Earth theory.
I don't understand it because, in our galaxy, we're not
studying galaxies.
We're talking about Earth, and so like the suns and the moons are on Earth, because otherwise they would have to be in the galaxy, and we only have one sun. So like, how could Earth have one sun for each biome on it? That'd be like a whole different galaxy. That would not make sense to what.
Look outside the box a little bit. Like Earth, what we know it is a ball, a little tiny ball. It has its own it's floating in its own galaxy. That's what we think of, what we have. But we have an ice wall that's going around. Everybody says the flat Earth is an ice wall.
You gotta Google this. You got to be able to Google this shit. Give me some literature on it.
No, this is just my own theory. The Earth is much larger, like humongous, and we're in our own dome. And they have their own dome. They have their own dome. They have their own dome. They have their the Earth. Like the Earth in general has multiple domes, like thousands of domes, and every dome has its own moon and sun going around the sky.
So minus the moon and sun, like Earth does have thousands of different biomes on it. Like every little place, like America has like 6 different biomes in it alone, let alone going down to South America.
And you can't leave that biome. Like imagine the biodome. It's your own environment, and you can't leave it whatsoever.
So is that like what you're referencing to, the movie Biodome?
No, I'm not referencing to it. It's just a theory in general.
Because isn't the sun and the moon and stuff like animated on their screens and stuff? Like everybody still has the same one sun and moon. It's just like the way that the reflections in the dome and stuff are that make it different day and night.
Okay, so theorists that believe in flat Earth, we're in a wall. We're in an ice wall.
I have a hard time with flat Earth. I don't.
And this is just to add on to my theory. We have our ice wall. We can't leave the ice wall because they won't let us or whatever.
Who's they?
But imagine if that ice wall was on a bigger sphere full of other different ice walls.
But isn't that just like the galaxy though?
It sounds like a bit different.
Because you would say, I think you're trying to say that like this whole Earth is just one piece of actual Earth. But isn't that just like, wouldn't that just be the galaxy though?
Well, that Earth would be floating around the galaxy that we know of. Like we can still see the stars and everything, and another dome somewhere else that has its own ice wall that we're not inside can see the same stars and everything, but they have their own moon and sun going around to where.
I think we'd be able to see that though. If we were still able to see everything.
Outside the ice wall.
Is gravity different, like in this hypothetical world?
But how would we all be able to see? How would they all be able to see the same stars and stuff then?
Because
that's what
the bigger sphere.
But if we're in one ice wall and we can see everything, but there's another dome that's in an ice wall,
the Earth would have to be spinning faster.
I don't think that's how that goes. I don't think
so. It's just a theory. I don't know the science behind it.
You're creating this theory, though, right?
Well, all theories are created.
Are you creating it, or is this something you read on the internet?
I'm creating this right now.
Okay, so I don't think that would work because, like I said, is gravity the same?
Well, they would have to be the same somewhere else because
then we could only have one.
Because gravity is different on a different sized planet.
Because either way, if each ice wall or whatever on this bigger Earth, which already would mess things up in our galaxy, if gravity is the same, then we could.
How would it mess it up? How would it mess it up?
The size of the planet makes for how we are traveling around the sun and everything right now, and through all our other sister planets and stuff. Like the size and the weight and the gravity on our planet is very, very important. That's why it's so unique. And so,
doesn't gravity affect differently if it's different size of mass?
Well, yeah, and you drop a feather, it falls slower than if you drop a bowling ball. Yes, but that's going to happen everywhere, no matter.
What's to say inside someone else's dome, their gravity is different because of atmosphere?
Why would their atmosphere be any different? We're on the same planet.
It's just
I'm testing your theory right now.
You know, like you gotta ask
the question.
You're inside a dome to where that's like to say like NASA's Space Center has a room where gravity
they're
is
imitating
different.
it though. Like they're imitating something that does exist somewhere else. This is a hypothetical, and so my question is,
my answer
why
to your
would
question, the other dome's gravity is the same as ours because
then it has one moon and one sun, and
yeah.
it has to be the same size as it is in our gravity.
Yeah, every dome is the same size.
No. Like, you can have all the domes and the ice walls that you want,
yeah.
but there is only one moon, and there's only one sun.
What I'm saying is every dome has its own moon and sun. So imagine a big sphere
that,
and all those domes has its
if,
own moon and sun going around it.
From what your theory is saying, gravity is the same as it is now, so it cannot. Because the moon affects our gravity.
Yeah,
our gravitational, our magnetic poles on the top and the bottom of the planet affect
So what's
our gravity.
stopping from every dome having its own moon and
You
sun?
would have like a giant fucking block of magnets sitting in outer space, like fucking just like Earth would be having tidal waves and tsunamis and fucking rolling over itself for a millennia if there was a different magnetic pole.
Typhoons and tsunamis always happen.
Yeah, but I'm talking like non-stop, like you have them every day. Like if you had a magnetic pole in every dome,
just like holding,
and every dome had its own sun
okay,
and moon.
I get what you're saying. But let's say it's all synced up to where dome, sun, moon, opposite of each other, obviously, except during an eclipse. You have another dome right next to it, and let's say the sun's here, moon, sun and moon, another dome, sun and moon, and it's oscillating.
Yeah, you would have tsunamis and earthquakes, and like the Earth would be going nuts if it had that many like.
But what if they were further away from each other to where they weren't affected?
Then they'd probably hit each other.
I think if you have to be that far away that you don't affect them, though, you couldn't be part of the same Earth. Then.
Like what I'm imagining you saying is that Earth would have to be like the size of our galaxy, and then like. I
think you're just trying to explain the whole universe.
That kind of is like what I get what you're, because that's like when I was first talking about it. That's why I brought up the multi-universe theory, because that is like what this sounds
all
like.
Galaxies are
like
so far away from each
Earth
other to where they don't affect each other. And to us, that's a far away.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think you're just trying to explain the whole universe, but you just want to call it.
So in our universe, right, you got the sun, all of our planets, and each planet has a specific amount of moons, and they all rotate in synchronicity. They're all going in together mode. Like whether this one's going this way or rotating. That's the universe.
Okay.
So when you go outside of our galaxy, when you look up over here on a clear night, when you go over to the island and you're in front of the monument, you can look up when all the lights are off during mayfly season, and you can see the clear red split of our galaxy. You can see the end of the Milky Way. Right from where we are. Other people in the United States don't necessarily get to see that same view because of the way the Earth's curved. So sometimes, depending on where you're at, whatever, you can see it. You can almost always see it over there. And then when you go out of that, you're going to the next galaxy, which there's multiple different galaxies all around us in the universe that we know. And so we could go to Andromeda, I forget what the other one's called, and then there's like some other ones that are pretty decently far away.
Alpha Centauri.
Yeah, Alpha Centauri is like the one that's like, you know, they're like diagonal to us, and then there's a bunch that are fucking way far out, you know? And so you can go out that, right? And then you're in our universe, in the in-betweens of the galaxy, and then into other galaxies. And then those galaxies have different number of planets. Most of them have one sun. I think there's a few galaxies that we think are going to explode.
Yeah, I mean, like there could be a planet with multiple suns and multiple moons.
But in our theory of what we know and how outer space works, if it has two suns, it's gonna explode and everything's gonna die. Like
I can see that because like
they're gonna fight against each other on that like magnetic pole, and they're gonna hit each other. Something's gonna hit shit, and the galaxy's gonna because
I guess
when
I've
something
never heard
moves
about
in
that
outer
in science.
space,
like I guess that we never went over that in science. If two suns occupied the same space,
that would have to be like an astronomy class, though.
We're gonna just talk about our galaxy and our basic public education, you know. But then you have the universe, which is full of multiple different galaxies. This is where it sounds like our galaxy is like Earth in your theory, and then your domes are like our galaxies inside of the universe, and then everything else.
So I guess my theory wouldn't, because of science, what we know of it and understand of it so far, it would not coincide, or it would not make sense, because...
Unless everything that we know is like one. Which I'm not necessarily saying that that's the case. It could be. Everything is a hypothetical.
Aliens come here, everything you know is wrong.
I was gonna say, technically, all the shit that we have these theories for is just pseudoscience. Like, it's not really concrete, scientifically proved. It's just all theoretical, pretty much.
Well, a lot of the stuff about art, like the multi-universe theory is just like a pseudoscience. That is not necessarily proven. People still haven't traveled through wormholes and like figured out
Yes, they have.
Not and came back to be able to talk about it.
Dude,
I totally
we're talking
believe
about it
Stargates.
right now.
Yeah, I mean, we know, but so there's tons of pseudoscience. But our galaxy and the fact that like we see that our galaxy is continuously growing is, I think, pretty real. I mean, I guess they're saying the moon landing is definitely fake now, which I wasn't there for it, so and I don't know, goddammit, but
I mean, nobody was on the moon there to see it,
but we just were super impressed that we went a full like 360 around the moon and came back and landed. So like that.
I think it's kind of orchestrated, though. I think we're just doing that now because we're saying.
That was Elon Musk, wasn't it?
I think we're so. Well, yeah, but I think he would want to be like, yeah, the moon landing was fake. That way, when he sends some motherfuckers to the moon, he's like, look, I did it first,
real.
bitch.
Yeah, but like, have you looked at like the moon landing stuff, dude? It's kind of like goofy as fuck, dude.
Well, yeah, but that was the fucking 60s. What do you expect?
Exactly, and it's like, yo, dude, like the video of them on the moon is just.
Have you seen videos in general?
From the 80s?
From the 60s?
Oh yeah. I know. I don't.
I mean, if let's say
see,
space travel was
they're
relevant,
probably all goofy as shit. So they couldn't have made anything better at the time.
That's what I mean.
Space travel was everything.
Or whatever, they'd be
everyday
talking about
thing
they went
you
to
could
the
do.
80s.
Would you
want
to go to the moon?
In the 80s. I don't know. I just watched this movie called Moonfall, where they say that the moons of all the planets are megastructures made by humans that got really advanced in the past, and they moved out to other planets, and then they left all these megastructures. They developed this AI that freaking just helped them prosper. They were peaceful for like thousands of years, and then the AI decided that it didn't want to be ran anymore. Traditional AI bullshit, and so it attacked everybody, and it went out trying to kill all these megastructures.
We didn't go back to the moon. We did a flyby because we're not allowed.
It tried to eat our moon.
Well, I'm pretty sure there's a video, not a documentary, but what do they call it, an interview of an Asian astronaut saying when they left the moon, like the thing that departed from the spacecraft went back towards the moon, and when it hit the moon, it made a giant dong.
Yeah, but you should
it rang like a bell.
You should fucking Asians trying to say that the moon is a gong now? This is crazy.
Well,
that was from the movie that I watched. That's from the Moonfall movie, so I don't know if somebody... You mind if I grab water?
Yeah, I don't care.
You can have that other beer if you want.
Alright. Am I able to pop the door open and smoke a ciggy? Or you want it closed?
Yeah, I was saying I don't want to get that smoking here.
I don't know, what's your question you said you wanted to ask everybody?
Well, I didn't want to ask it to anybody. It was.
I mean, all right.
It was forced upon
Jesus
me at
made
work.
me.
Oh, it's raining.
Yeah, it was supposed
Acid
to.
rain.
I gotta put my window up.
No, dude at work forced it upon me. I didn't want to ask this question.
And you didn't answer it? What was your...
I couldn't fucking think of a good answer to it. It's crazy to think about. Alright, so you know how like when you haven't, like when you're about to die, they say your life flashes before your eyes and shit?
I've heard that.
Okay, so like in the womb, right? If you're in the womb and you were able to see your life, your whole entire life for a flash right before you were born, and then you had the choice to pick whether or not you were actually born or not, do you think you would choose to be born or not?
I think, so from what I understand of the question, I think most people would say yes, because I think people...
Damn, he's lucky he just fucking got out there.
That's rain?
Yeah.
I think some people think of regret, and they go, in some moments in their life, and go, I'd do that differently. So they choose to be born just so they can possibly choose out their life differently.
See, that's, well, but I don't know, like, it's weird.
Is that what, like...
Because, like, how, what...
Perfect timing, dude.
Yeah.
I got
That's
that
what
window
he said.
up.
When you left, you heard the rain hitting.
I ran across the street. I made it back to the porch just in time. Oh, shit.
Yeah, dude, I'll say, I don't know, because, like, what state of mind, like, it depends on what state of mind you're in. Like, are you...
So the question would be, would you choose yes or no? Or?
Yeah, would you, do you think you would still choose to be born? Like, if you had the choice, and you've seen your entire life flash before your eyes, do you think you would still choose to be born? Or do you think you would have said, like, nah, I'm cool?
Then what? Though I know
like that's the
right.
whole, like, people would say, I don't know what's after. Hardcore Christian would be like, oh yeah.
If reincarnation is real, do I get to live another life and kind of see how that last one went? And, like, I'm making all new choices in the beginning, or am I restricted to making those same choices?
That seems like a cycle.
But what happens? I just thought of this. What happens if you say no? You're just gone?
That's what I'm saying. You just fucking poof, just all of a sudden there's nothing.
Blip.
Yeah, right. Gone.
Erased. Because it's like, I'd say yes.
I would
if
say
I'm just getting blipped, I'd fucking live again. Hell yeah.
It's like a respawn.
See if we can't get a little bit of extra time on this playthrough. You know what I'm saying?
I would say, but then your memory gets wiped before you head out the hole. Like
I see. I don't know. Like that's just the question that he asked.
And what if those have deja vu?
Yeah.
Like in your life, like you say yes and then you restart, and deja vu's like just like you going through your life cycle again, but in a different.
Yeah, this is one of those places where you chose to go a different direction, so it just feels familiar.
Well, see, that's also a theory from, like, the parallel universes and shit, like the multi-theory, because it's like, if those do technically exist, there is like a 50-50 chance that they're all unique and everything's different, or like in like Marvel and stuff, like they have those parallel universes where the heroes are doing, like, one's good and one's evil, you know? And, like, that's kind of what the parallel universe theory is that in each different universe, there's one there's one of every exact same thing going on, expanding at the same rate, but differently. Like, something simple might be different in this universe, or, like, they do it in Rick and Morty, too.
And there's a crazy, like, and that's crazy to think about, because, like...
But what if when you die, you just spawn into a whole different new universe, but it's played out differently, but in the same way?
Or you just jump it around the parallel universes, dude.
And it's infinite. It's infinite, so it's just...
And in one universe you got hip hop, and the other one you got pop hip. You know?
Yeah.
It's just like, that's the only difference in the entire universe.
Everything's spoonerized.
Honestly, I mean that's in there too.
That would be freaking wild.
But if that's true, like, let's say that is the case, would it always be growing, because when you die you spawn into a new universe and it restarts, and the other one just completely gets erased because...
No, it doesn't get erased.
Yeah, no, so it would just be expanding.
It
would just be like...
Yeah, it still continues on. Your existence pops into, like, it doesn't change it. It's just that's where you're picking it up now.
It's
because
like,
you're done with your fucking time on the other one.
In this instance, on this parallel universe, you were like, do I rob the bank? Yes or no? You pick no in this universe, and your line goes further down the line. You know, you pick yes in this universe, and you end up getting shot by a cop or something. You know?
Oh yeah, but then what happens?
I guess that's where
what happens
Infinity
when you
comes
die,
out.
though? That's what I was getting at.
Well, so each universe
You die
might have a
lives.
different line where
Different
like you
ways,
pick the different
different
route.
pathways.
And
Well,
everything.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying is like when you die, that universe doesn't end.
Yeah,
it goes.
other
it
people's
goes.
lines
Yeah,
are, you
yeah.
know,
It goes.
going
It
forward.
goes on without you. But I feel like you probably just pop up, like your perception. It never fades because if you die, you just go back to it. You just go to a different point in a different universe and pick up there.
Yeah, maybe.
Was that part of the question, or is it just you stay inside the same universe and just restarts?
No, that was just his whole question.
That would
was
depend
it.
on if you're able to get to the other universes, and like seeing like Rick and Morty and stuff. They say if you get
You
there,
get up and talk to guys like, you want to retry?
you don't want to talk to like your doppelganger and stuff. So it would be you'd fuck up shit or whatever. You know, the time continuum or whatever they want to call that. Like you ever see
a
the
random
James
baby flip
Franco?
somebody off just because it knows?
Like
Just for a
Yeah.
moment, like.
It's a Hulu show. It's called like 1984 or something. It's got James Franco in it, and he like ends up trying to, I think, save JFK from getting assassinated. And he like goes,
And
he's
fucking fails. Jesus.
Yeah, but he ends up like catching who really did it, you know, because that's the whole conspiracy from the bullshit that went on. Who actually shot
Well,
him?
that's
You
like
know?
if you
Was
do
it the
time
Babushka
travel, it
lady
doesn't
in the
affect your
bush?
timeline.
Was it Lee Harvey Oswald? Was it, you know, the guy with the camera and the fancy sunglasses that don't seem like they're from that timeline? You know, it's like they're. He went and he actually found out like who killed JFK and was able to change the future because he actually stopped the actual killer from going free, because that's like the conspiracy.
So when you
is we
time
didn't
travel,
get the
are you
right
visiting
guy.
a different universe then? Because it depends on what type
That's-
of time travel. Because technically in Dragon Ball Z, when you time travel, it never affected his future.
That's part of like the pseudoscience, because we don't know anybody who's actually time
If
traveled.
you go into the past and the future, no matter what,
Well,
it's always
I mean,
a
you
different.
can time travel because you just got fucking. you can go from like.
Today to tomorrow.
Yeah, flying to Australia and shit. That's technically time travel.
But then you get jet lag that brings you back, you know? Like, it evens it out a little bit.
Dude, what if that was what happened though? You managed to
get
time
jet-
travel. Yeah, you just get super
time
jet
lag.
lag for like 900 years.
Fuck, I knew I miscalculated there. I knew there was something funny about a 9-to-9 ratio. I was like, man.
Well, it doesn't make sense to me a little bit. Let's say a baby's born on this side of the planet, it's a certain time zone, and a baby on the other side of the planet is born at the exact same moment, but they're in a different time zone. Wouldn't they age at the same rate and have the same,
Well, they'd be different by half a day.
but they're born at the same moment?
Yeah, but time, I mean, it's what we created, so, I mean, technically, yes, but I mean, it's always going to be nighttime at a different time on their side of the world, unless they move to the same side of the world, but they're
Well,
still going to
they're
technically
in
be 12 hours
on
apart.
different days and times. So one would be older than the other, or one would be younger than the other. But in all actuality, they're the same age because they were born at the same moment.
It's like, no, because it's a different time on the different side of the planet. Like, you know, like if it'd be a different time if you're up on the North and the South Pole. It's a different time there than it is from when you're in Hawaii versus when you're in
So
England.
people on the other side of the planet.
Yeah, it's
In
because
general.
time. It's because time is relative, though. That's why. Because like, I think it has something to do with the position you're in at
So
that
it's
moment.
a sphere, and a baby is born at the same. It's spinning, and a baby is born at the same exact moment.
Yeah, but there's still
One's
in
older than the other just because of time in general,
different
but.
places at different time. And I mean, it's only 12 hours, and that's 12 hours to us. 12 hours to time and like what it actually is in the universe is nothing. So it's like, yeah, they were damn near born. They were born at the same time as concerning
Yeah.
the time, you know.
Well, the shit
But-
time's different on a different planet.
I mean, like I said,
Because of
if
size.
they're only at different times until they're in the same place, and then they're on the same time. But just because somebody says I'm 12 hours older doesn't necessarily mean anything at all. Just like saying this $100 is
Well,
worth
you take two
$100.
twins, they're going to argue that fact. They're going to say, I came out first.
And that's fine. They're allowed to argue whatever they want, but I could look at them and be like, this $100 means absolutely nothing. It's only backed by everybody agreeing that it's $100, you know, like...
It's just, I guess, a little hard for me to wrap my mind around that one's older than the other, even if it's by 12 hours.
That's just number talking, though, you know? Like, we're all here for relatively the same amount. Like, in the eyes of the universe, 100 years, which is like, let's say, averagely, which it's not, like 60 to 70 years is average human lifetime. So, let's say 100 years, just for the sake of math, it's a blink in the eyes of the universe, you know? So it's like, we're all here for roughly the same amount of time, you know? As far as the Earth has been around. Yeah, they've been here for like maybe 10 blinks.
But sharks too.
Sea turtles.
Sharks have probably got like a whole fucking hour worth of the universe's
time. Sharks were
time.
around before fucking trees, dude. That's crazy.
Sharks are intense, dude. And the alligators have been around for a really long time. Not as long as sharks, but
Those dodo birds were like, we choose to be extinct because we're immortal. We don't want.
And down in Florida, you be dealing with them. They're like, they're in your neighborhood, you know. So it's like, I see those prehistoric beasts a lot more than sharks, dude. I've seen a couple sharks down in Florida, but them fucking gators, man, they'll be walking across the street, and I'm like, you an old ass bitch. You got DNA like a motherfucker.
The crocodile hunter's like, I want to go pet it.
Yeah. You know, we were talking about the other day at work. We were talking about whether or not we thought Tyrannosaurus Rex could jerk off. Cause like you got the fucking Rodney Carrington had a bit about it. You know, he said he feels like.
If
just somebody
have
would
T-Rex jerk another T-Rex off or something, like.
But, well, I mean, you can't bend down. You can't bend down that far for yourself. You're definitely not bending that far down for somebody else.
But I need you to do me a solid because I can't do it.
Yeah, that's why they were so violent. They couldn't relieve themselves. Man.
They always had an angry nut to bust.
Yeah, man, they couldn't get anywhere.
Wasn't there people out
Once
there?
Once they ripped the neck open, they're like.
I mean, wasn't there like? I mean. Who's to say they just didn't like back up against a tree and just get off anally or something? Like,
you know,
I don't know. Like,
that's very.
I never thought about that.
Because technically, you go to a cunt clinic and you say like you're donating sperm, and a nurse comes in and she sticks a finger up your booty and you just like.
I don't.
Is that experience?
Yeah, I would say I don't.
No,
even
I'm
want to
just
know how
talking.
you
I've seen it on a movie. Like.
I was gonna say, dude,
I don't know what kind of movies
you got to where he was glued into that T-Rex shit.
Well, I'm pretty sure on American Pie, Stifler goes to like, isn't it Stifler that goes to a fucking they go donate sperm and he like goes to do it again? No, it's not American Pie. I think
you've been
like
watching T-Rex porn, haven't you?
Role models.
So they hump the trees. They fuck trees.
I know it all coincides. Like I don't know if like T-Rexes even have that gland that we do to do that.
Well, they had to be able to nut. They made babies.
Well,
they laid eggs.
Well, aren't they considered
the egg has to be fertilized.
But were they having
you
sex
like
to
your
do it?
eggs fried or fertilized?
Maybe they were like salmon, where
they could just be in close proximity.
The female T-Rexes would just lay the eggs.
They just spray them. They could just spray them and it's like chance like.
They might have been. Shit, I actually don't know how it worked, dude. I don't know nothing.
Well, I know two turtles actually have to have sex. I'm pretty sure. Like so, like I'm just saying, like turtles are.
You know what the Christians say about dinosaurs? They were just put on Earth to puzzle people by God. They weren't. He just put bones in the ground to make us wonder. We're a nice guy.
I don't even think that's what it is.
Some pastor
Not
in
all
church said
Christians
that.
I believe
like,
they said that.
I was like, you motherfucker!
No,
why you gotta bring dinosaurs into this shit? Just leave
well,
alone.
in the Bible, I'm pretty sure they mentioned the word dragons, and dragons are technically almost dinosaurs.
I don't think the word dragon.
Serpents.
Is in the Bible.
Flying
I'm pretty sure
serpents.
I've talked with this about Davey. Like the word dragon, I'm pretty sure is mentioned in the Bible.
Is it mentioned in
Yeah, I don't know if
Revelations?
it's mentioned in.
It was mentioned in one of them books that they left out of the Bible, probably.
Well, the way we interpret the Bible is differently than it was when the Bible was made. So I think that in interpretation, the word dragon's been mentioned in the Bible.
Mentioned 3 times in the Bible.
Yeah. I've had this conversation with David.
Satan and evil are referred to as dragons. Sea monsters and chaos, dragons of the water.
I'm pretty sure someone who battles a dragon.
And then dragon is also a biblical term that prophets would use for violent and oppressive human empires such as Egypt or Babylon, like the head of the dragon.
Interesting.
Evil Babylon, they were just jealous.
The word dinosaur is not mentioned in the Bible, though.
Yeah.
I think dragons are real. I think we hunted them to extinction, but I think at some point they were real.
Well, a lot of people say, like, why isn't there, like fossils of dragons? And this is my theory behind it. If you're that heavy, unless it's magic, to lift yourself up, you have to have hollow bones. And most hollow bones are really hard to fossilize.
I'm sure that's already a theory, though. I don't think that's, like, brand new.
No, I'm saying that's what I've heard.
Yeah, I've heard that. That's why, lizards don't really stick around long after death. They break down into the
so planet. That's why there's not fossils and bones of dragons. Unless they're hanging out in somebody's museum that we're not allowed in.
That might be, dude.
They're probably just invisible, really.
I think they
also, you can kill a dragon, and like you just said, like their bones break down over time in general. So dragons could have been a thing 1,000 years ago, but their bones wouldn't be, unless you put it, I guess, in gel or in some kind of like frozen.
I think when they were around, I don't think they were thinking about that. They were thinking, how do we kill all of them?
Probably.
And then they murdered every dragon.
No, because we make animals go extinct all the time, but you're just doing something.
That's what I'm saying, though. I'm saying.
Yeah, but if we're doing shit, if we're just doing that shit by accident, imagine how easy it is to just be like, all right, we're gonna kill all of you.
Well, let's say dragon meat tasted really good; it was a delicacy, so they just.
Then they would definitely kill all of them. They would be murked.
Yeah, I'll say we fucking. There's been plenty of species that have been.
I don't know if dragons, we could let's say tame them and ride them, and we're stupid enough just to kill them because they tasted good. I would say that we're stupid in general. Because I'd rather ride a dragon than just say, "Oh, you taste good, bro." Like I'm not.
You could tame and ride an ostrich, but motherfucker still ain't doing it.
Right. I would say, imagine like if a horse had a fucking. It was just ridiculously violent and always tried to kill people.
I had a baby dog.
Yeah. we would just immediately kill all of them. I don't think riding them is like the outweighing factor. I think if they were gigantic,
I don't think all dragons were like inherently like aggressive and violent though. I think
probably not.
They weren't like T-Rexes where it's just like, oh dude.
We were probably more aggressively stupid and we were just like, alright, let's kill all
That's
of these.
a scary bear right there. We gotta get him. Dude, I got quoted for my tattoo on my chest today. Or my stomach.
I mean, we could step into their territory and then just want to kill us.
$2,500, dude. I was like, wow, we're gonna go check somebody else. I need the $2,500.
I would have been like, I want to see your artwork.
She does really good artwork. I've seen.
I mean, technically,
I think she's
artists they set up their own prices, so that's just the price they came up in their head with.
I think
they think their time's
she's
worth
a really pretty tattoo artist who does really good work. I think she's taxing.
Just go tell her, be like,
well, this girl right here won conventions, like big ass conventions, and this was $375. But it's just the price,
Yeah, it's getting expensive, dude. I don't think I've spent more than a fucking like $750 on all the tattoos on my body right now. And
on my body, I've spent more than a couple grand.
Definitely have. I've spent more than $750.
Like that, this.
These leg pieces alone right here were $500
my
each.
Foot, my fingers.
Yeah, but imagine what that would be now.
It all depends on.
Got like probably 15
what the tattoo
or
artist charges and what they consider their artwork is worth.
Yeah, no doubt. And I'm not saying don't think it's any less. I'm just like, goddamn, that's like a lot of goddamn money, dude. I was like bricked up thinking about it, and then I was bricked down. I was like, nope.
Either he's in a really tight spot or he's really full of himself.
You killed my boner, you stupid
nah,
bitch.
dude.
But there is some artists out there that have set prices,
like,
but it takes months to get into even getting a tattoo with them.
Well, that's the thing too, and she wants to do it in like 2 to 3 sessions. Trish recommended me to her, and she said that like if I worked on her car,
her name?
Yeah.
What's her name?
Alyssa Lee.
I haven't heard that.
She's from
Because
Milan.
her name is Amber, so like we just.
Amber Lee.
No.
Are they all kung fu artists? You know, kung fu tattoo artists. Sorry.
And dude, if tattoo artists, I was going to new kung fu like that, I'd probably go to her more. Like that's a selling point.
She all of her other work is like shit that I would definitely like to do shit.
It's
to
like
my
two
legs
ninja
that I've
masters.
seen
You
her
have like
doing,
fucking Bruce Lee and then like Chuck Norris, and you're gonna charge 2 different prices.
But
or
I
like,
guarantee you, she's charging like several car payments to get the whole leg done, dude. I was like, holy fuck.
That's why they say sessions.
She does really good artwork, and it's like super like dark and like maybe not dark, but like gothic-y, and I don't know how to necessarily explain it, but it's all shit that I'm like, I fuck with that. I fuck with that. I fuck with that.
Did they quote you the whole price? Because that's why they do sessions. Because when you
$750 a session, 3 sessions.
So grand total.
Whew.
So it's
That's
$22.50.
yeah.
And I said, let me get $2,500 together, and I will get back to you. 'Cause it's like I think her work is really good. I think she'll do a good job. So I want to.
Can we
look around?
Can we
though,
split these up into smaller sessions? Like
I'm like, I got a little stomach, dude. I mean, it's long, but it's little. I was like, $2,500 is a lot.
Because there's people that have
That's
their
a lot
whole
of car
back
parts.
done, and it's like thousands of dollars. You know. Like,
That's a body kit and coilovers for the car.
Are they gonna last?
You just
Yeah,
gotta,
well,
you just
that's as
gotta
long
pick
as it-
which one means more to you.
Right now, probably the tattoo, because it's both of my kids. So, but I gotta get the car right first, and then get the tattoo before I go do like the custom shit to
So
the
we
car.
Get the car right, get the tattoo, and then work on the car.
More.
That's like the device that like the microwave that can like make anything. How much would they be selling that for? Because that would be priceless.
Dude, you
pretty
got
much.
one? You've been trying to push that microwave on me for a
No,
minute.
but like,
you got one of them right
what
now
if you could
trying
just
to
buy a
sell?
tattoo machine?
That just
Yeah,
right on
like
you.
you just set the machine up right here next to you. How much
got
would that
one of
machine go
those?
for?
You got
Stick
one
your
of
arm
those?
in it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll pay whatever amount for that right now. I'll finish up and then I'll go sell it secondhand.
That's a $500,000 machine because like you could technically tattoo your whole body in general.
I'd be out, dude.
Could you erase it?
Give it to
like,
me
what if there was a
for
machine where you get a
$5,000.
tattoo, it's like permanent, and you're like 3 weeks later, you're like and then it's just like, and then, but it's painless.
I would say it would have to be because that would suck.
Dude, you can break my arm for 20 seconds. Fuck it.
Fuck that.
Feels like death.
I would say that.
It feels like you're getting in your car, you know, like your arm ran over by a semi.
I've seen laser tattoo removal and it's never looked
So-
not painful.
So would starfish get tattoos because it could just yank off one of its arms and just regrow it?
I don't think starfish care.
But like, let's just say you get a whole arm tattoo. You're like, I don't like these tattoos of my arm anymore. And you could just cut it off, and then you could just like just a machine or a pill that could just redo a whole arm. Like it would just regrow.
I think people would do that. I don't think starfish would care.
Or a lizard that yanks off its tail.
I think if they got tattoos, they probably could do that. You know, but that probably sucks, honestly. Like, regrowing your limb probably hurts like a motherfucker.
In every scientific movie I've ever watched, I'm pretty sure, regrowing a limb, like, I'm pretty sure is painful.
Yeah. I don't see why it would, but it's obviously it's going to be painful when you lose it.
Because in Harry Potter, his arm got broken, and it would have been less painful to mend the bones instead of regrowing the bones, because they had to regrow the bones.
Yeah. Though, I don't know how they would prove any of that, because we can't do it, so we wouldn't know. I guess they could, I don't know how they would measure the pain of an
What if inside the
animal.
belly, when someone's pregnant, a baby, what if it's going through excruciating pain, but they just don't know it, because it's growing of bones?
It could be, but I mean, I don't think
the pain of a woman having birth is the pain that the baby goes through growing inside of its belly.
I mean, they say you have growing pains, so like, I mean, that would make sense. I don't think it'd be anything excruciating, because I think we would have a reference for that, because we've all grown. So,
but they do say the people that grow bigger and faster, it you say it hurts from growing pains?
I don't know if it has anything to do with growing bigger or faster. They probably might just have it at different
I know when you're 80, they complain about pain a lot.
Yeah. Shit, you know, I had to be 80 for that. Sometimes my back be hurt, and I'm just like, I complain about that shit.
I was practicing my orc hunting abilities.
I told Alan he needs to pour himself out to 1,000 fat chicks for $100 each, or 100 really fat chicks for $1,000 each. That way
that's $1 million, isn't it? Or,
it's like, yeah, I was saying, that ain't no milk for him.
For $1 billion.
He's trying to get money.
Yeah, human dollars.
Yeah, it's human dollars.
That's $100K, dude.
Yeah, right.
In the very end, you get handed Monopoly money, and you're like, wait.
Plenty of money for a trip.
Listen, to like have extreme pelvis restructural formation like afterwards.
And nobody said they had to be on top.
Yeah, I would say you don't gotta let them on top.
I don't know if I can argue with like a woman.
Death by noon.
Oh well, I think at that point they're probably not picky.
Listen, I told you
they
I
probably would just be
weight,
cool
dude.
with your attention.
I think a 300 to 400 pound woman could lift me up and throw me wherever the fuck she wants me, and I'm not trying to get in those situations.
No, you gotta get the ones that are bed rich.
You have to get off every time, or you just fucking them, and then like you're just done when you're done.
I would say they're gonna be the ones to pay you. Like, the ones that can just...
No, because what if they're like, never mind when they're done?
Yeah, there's like a pile of fucking
well,
McDonald's bags
they're
in the corner.
You just take it.
They spend all their money on
There's also some big chicks that look good, and some big chicks you're like, nah.
I think I'm getting into a risky situation, and I'm getting
You
out,
get to pick
dude.
the 100 big chicks.
Phil was also telling me that me and him are going to go orc hunting, and I'm like, no, I am the fuck not. We are not orc hunting at all.
What if orcs didn't want to be hunted? Would you still hunt them?
Well, I think all fat women want to be loved.
Are we calling fat women orcs now?
Yeah.
Are these like ogres or?
They're orcs.
I don't know what makes them an orc, but
the fugliness.
What if you went to go like shoot an orc and it looks at you and you fall in love?
I'm fucked. I'm cooked, chat. I should have stayed home and played Fortnite.
No, he wouldn't. He would try to hide it for a little while.
I don't like orcs.
Start bringing her around.
This is.
But then you lie to her like you're an orc hunter. You hunted thousands of orcs. Did you tell that bitch?
Yeah, I'd be like, I kill your people all the time, dude.
I've killed thousands of your ancestors.
Yeah, your granddad killed my family.
Do you want to go on a date?
You like ramen?
Oh yeah, dude. You know they like ramen. They like everything.
All right, here's one for you. You meet the girl of your dreams. You spend your whole life with her, and then like you're both 80 years old, holding hands, and she looks at you and goes, "I've been an alien the entire time from a different planet."
I think I would be more upset.
I'd kill
like,
her. I'm struggling with this bitch tonight.
I'd find out where her spaceship is, and then I'd kill her.
I would be hurt. I would be hurt. Be like, bitch, we could have been going to other planets for vacations and shit. But like,
but also, I think I'd be more.
If you were an alien your whole life, be like, what about your family? Be like, how did your family come about you? Are they aliens, or like?
She's like, it's your grandpa. He's actually your great-great-granddad. We just didn't tell you about it because it's actually incest on this planet.
What if she's just been like putting on like a like some sort of high-tech like hologram suit type shit?
Or
she actually looks like a Squidbilly.
Like Mystique. Like what if like Mystique like she just like turns blue into a different body one day and then
down there
goes back?
getting squidded on, dude. Fuck no.
Mystique wouldn't be bad. Like I'd be like, all right, this is workable here. You go ahead and change back into that normal form you've been
What if they were like Blade vampires with the coochie teeth and shit, you know?
Well, I mean,
as long as they never use the coochie teeth.
She's like, yeah, I've been retracting them for you, sweetheart.
Yeah. That's very, very thoughtful.
It's a good thing you're dead now.
You go stick your dick into that garbage disposal, like.
Hey, I mean, as long as they're not using it on you, I don't know if that's possible. Can they retract them like that?
I think
Who's got the answer to this?
I think in Blade they could choose. It was like a mouth, you know. They could do what they wanted with it.
I'd be pissed on the first date, like the first time you guys have sex and that she can't retract them, and then you go to have sex, it's like, ah! And you're like, fuck.
I just don't have control over them right now. Listen, if I get down there and there's some teeth, I am finding the nearest fire exit. I am getting the fuck out.
Yeah,
The fast way.
Probably the best. That's probably the best idea.
Like, I'm not looking for a regular exit. I need the fire exit, the one that gets you the fuck out.
All right, this is a tangent, but like, would you? I guess you wouldn't be upset. You would be upset.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm about to rip a fart. All right.
I'm glad you didn't fucking just crop dust us right now.
I'm telling you, I'm honest about
Are
my
they
farts.
stinky right now or something?
Oh!
Go wipe your ass now.
Shake it out the door, dude.
Yeah, but the breeze is being brought in. Oh shit.
No, it's going down. Especially with
I taste it. It tastes like
force from
ketchup.
that
No,
fart, dude. I don't eat ketchup. That's crazy. That's a wild flavor for something.
I got told one time I was sleeping with a girl and I was all passed out, and I passed gas and I gassed the entire room. She was like, "Dude, it was horrible. I almost punched you." And I was like, "I'm sorry." Like,
But she didn't punch you?
yeah.
She just fucking
It was pretty much like it was pretty much like you Dutch oven somebody, but it was the entire room. So it was like
She's like, well, I'm here.
everybody has their own brand.
That's not her own brain.
She's like, I was gonna punch you, but I just sat here and smelled it.
I think she just went through the pain.
Exactly.
Well, you don't see people punching babies. Like babies be making.
Well, that's a little bit different.
Well, babies be like letting up some raunchy ass shits, and you have to sit there and go, "Oh my god!"
There's a difference between being able to warn somebody and having somewhat control versus like, I poo-poo my pants.
Yeah, dude.
Well, you know, if people have Down syndrome or 80-year-olds.
Well,
like,
of course you don't. They have Down syndrome or they're 80-year-olds.
Well, you pretty much.
Or they're goddamn babies.
Well, that's why people don't punch people over farts.
There's people that are exempt. There's people that are not.
There's people. That's why you don't punch people when they fart, because like,
I feel like the more I'm hearing about it, she's the type of lady who probably would have punched a baby for farting because she knew that she was bigger than that baby. She's like, I'm gonna beat this baby's ass, boy.
There's just right and wrong. Like even when someone passes gas, like
you don't hit an autistic person for any reason.
Yeah.
80-year-old people, man, if you're out here fighting 80-year-olds, like we got
that's what was it? That Sunny in Philadelphia. Don't they do a skit where like they're in like the fucking alley or something, and he's like fighting an autistic person, and someone comes out of nowhere and just punches the other dude because he was fighting somebody that was special.
Could have been.
I mean, very much so, but I don't remember them fighting autistic people.
If someone was some
Maybe they were getting autistic people to fight each other. I feel like that feels more sunny.
It's like bum fights, but
with autism.
It was like South Park.
They're like, use your special ability.
Like baby fighting or something on South Park.
Listen,
they only tried for the crack babies.
I think that sounds fair. I wouldn't be angry at like autism battles, you know, like just who's the stronger.
I think me and DK have discussed that once. Like, why isn't there more handicap like UFC fights? Like,
because they've already got brain damage. I don't think we need to be given.
Yeah, because like you're gonna get way more mismatched fucking. Because like.
You got this one whose whole life he's been interested in body training and like.
Yeah, and that's like all
Dana White was like, now there's a Special Olympics UFC, and someone with Down syndrome has to fight someone with Down syndrome. They know, like, because people with Down syndrome know what they're doing in life. Like,
yeah, but what if they hyper-focused on grilled cheese, and then the dude they're fighting hyper-focused on fucking body kicks their whole entire life? You got like dude that can kick like Joe Rogan while other dudes over there like, you want this sandwich?
Well, I would imagine if they're both going into the fight knowing
like a taco.
Well, I get what you're saying. Well, it's not like you pick two autistic people or the people with Down syndrome like that are gonna be like, butterfly.
I think like most UFC fights are like who's got the stronger tism. You know, like Conor McGregor went in there talking a whole bunch of shit just to be out in like 5 seconds.
He also got paid $16 million.
Oh, of course he did, but he also looks like a bitch now, like a big old.
We'll
and this is coming from a guy who's not big on UFC or fighting people in general. But he does look like a bitch.
Did he announce retirement after that?
Yeah. I swear to God he did. I swear he said he wasn't doing no more fights. He said like he felt so crazy about that whole thing that he's just done.
I don't think so.
I thought he
said he just got to do. Said he's just gonna have another bout of extreme discipline is what's needed. I didn't see nothing about him saying he wasn't gonna fight again.
I seen a tweet where he said that he was like just so sad and depressed and that like that.
Well, some UFC fighters, no matter when they lose a fight, get that way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like.
I think they usually announce retirement most of the time if they don't want to do any more fights after that. But even people have announced retirement and then come back and fought.
Yeah, I don't recall him saying anything like that. But I honestly, to be honest with you, I'm surprised he even made it to the ring. I think he probably just needed money.
He can sell.
Okay, so what we're seeing here is that after his loss on the 11th, McGregor publicly announced his intentions to undergo surgery, recover, and fight the final match. It said something about like being done. I was like, I'm pretty sure.
That was best 2 out of 4, to be honest. He already got beat twice.
But so he's gonna fight his final match sometime in the future, but it'll be his last one. I mean, there was a lot of hype about that. I was playing beer pong while it was going on, and then all of a sudden everybody started screaming, and I was like, "What happened?" And they're like, "He just fucking broke his leg," and I was like,
"No." When someone asked me, "Did you see the UFC fight? Did you see what happened?" I was like, first thing I said was, "Did he break his leg?" Yeah. Like that's the first thing.
Was Sugar Sean on after that, or Patty?
No, that was he.
He was on before that.
Yeah, that was
Patty Pimblett fought before
that. Yeah.
Because that was the main event, wasn't it?
Yeah, Conor McGregor and Max Holloway was the main event.
I actually like watching Patty Pimblett fight. He's interesting. I like watching Sugar Sean fight too.
Sugar Sean O'Malley, I thought is who you were talking about.
I thought so at first. That's what I said, but I misspoke. I meant Patty.
Patty's one of my favorite fighters right now. He's just a good person.
I don't really know a whole lot, but I do like. I come across their fights online and shit all the time, and I'll tend to watch Sugar Sean and Patty. I like their fights.
Sugar Sean was one of my favorite fighters, but that was like probably back in like Ultimate Fighter days.
I just like how he goes about doing stuff. You know, he doesn't really ever go down, and I know that might be like not necessarily the best thing.
The only time I bet money on you, he did.
Well, not down like knocked out, but he doesn't like grapple. He doesn't. He fights and he kicks and he tries to stay out of like the body grappling and stuff, and I like that when I'm watching UFC. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not like, wow, they're down there wrestling
Anything
around.
Anything can happen in a fight.
Putting each
That's
other in
mixed
headlock.
Martial arts. You know?
I'm more interested when they're kicking the shit out of each other and punching the shit out of each other. When it gets to like the rear naked chokes and like all those like submissions and shit, I'm not.
You like wrestling more? You like wrestling?
No, I don't like wrestling more.
Okay.
I like it when they're boxing and kicking each other. When they wrestle, I lose interest, and I'm like, all right, tell me when they're back up.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it's a fight.
Yeah, and like I said,
you gotta be able to get back up. That's
why I like watching like Patty. Like I don't know, maybe it's because he ends a lot of fights very fast, but like there's a lot of
I like his style.
Up top fighting, and the same with Sugar Sean. I like watching the up top fighting when it's just. It's not nothing against their skill or like the style of the sport. It's just less entertaining for me when they're grappling.
I think you're just talking shit.
No.
One of these days you're gonna be walking home, fucking.
Ain't nobody grappling me.
Sugar Sean's gonna come out of nowhere and be like, "I'll show you what it looks like, fucking grapple."
Oh, you shit.
Talk shit about my grappling.
If Sugar Sean pops out of me in the future, I think I'll have other incidents going on.
Pops out of nowhere.
Whether or not there's grappling going to happen, I'll be like, you know, like, What's happening
he pushed out. Hey, nice to meet you. Don't beat me up. Heard you talking shit. I think I've seen interviews like that. Like somebody's talking shit about somebody and they step in the frame.
If anything,
and then
I'm talking shit about his opponents, not either Paddy the Baddy or Sugar Sean.
All
I'm saying I enjoy the way they
style.
fight. I think I'm not talking shit right now.
If you guys wrestled, I would fucking hate you.
I think, but there's other people that like specialize in that. Like that's their Sugar Sean and Paddy the Baddy. They go out and they want to get the KO. They're looking to punch, kick somebody in the fucking head, and knock them out. That's like what they're going out to do. Whereas there's other people like
fucking choked
he's like 4 or 5 people. I'm pretty sure.
Fair enough. I haven't necessarily seen a lot of those where I've seen him knock the fuck out of somebody though, and but other people like their goal is to get people down.
Yeah.
And then to like rear naked choke or fucking put them in the like arm bars and shit and get them to tap or like do whatever like that. That's like.
Well, that's what they specialize in their whole life.
And that's.
But also, I think a lot of those fighters, I understand. A lot of those fighters will also do the other stuff because they want to get better and not be beat.
Yeah, like there was that one guy that I don't know if he lasted very long, but the Anastasia or whatever his name was, he kind of did like a little bit of everything.
Was she?
With the black guy, the really tall black guy. Adesanya, yeah. I was damn near close.
Adesanya was champion for a minute.
I would say, dude,
he was like
fucking,
16.
He had a very interesting fighting style.
He had a fucking 14 win streak.
He did a lot of like
Silva
both, and I didn't necessarily mind watching his fights, but like. It's just not. Sometimes it just like gets to the point where they're just like holding each other there, and I know they're like resting or like taking a break, catching their breath or whatever.
But more
like,
stand up than it was like half and half.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He did like half and half, whereas
he was versatile.
And like I said, I haven't watched every single one of these people's fights either, so like I'm not as educated as I could be.
You like knockout and like you like.
I like knockouts. I like the standing up. I like when they're kicking each other and they're punching each other. I don't like when they're hugging each other. Yeah. I don't do that gay shit.
That's what we call a casual.
Yeah, dude. I'll be a casual all day. I just casual the fuck out of it. I casually see their videos online and enjoy them.
There's way more fights on now than there has ever been. There's just a whole lot to try to keep up with anymore.
Yeah.
Because, like, I used to just watch all the fucking... It used to just be one pay-per-view a month. And that was it. Now there's fights every goddamn week. And they're all... Well, the fight nights and stuff were free. I guess none of them are really free anymore. Because the fight nights, you could watch on ESPN.
They got the different styles now, too. They got the lady side now. And then they also have, like, that fucking... Doesn't UFC do like the medieval fucking fights now too?
Not that I know of.
No,
talking about
that's
like
K1.
K1. Okay, I was gonna say
K1's
somebody's
like
doing that
Russian
shit now.
Promotion. Yeah, it's like actual. They'd be fighting in knight armor.
That shit's gnarly,
dude.
That shit's gnarly.
They'd be beating the shit out of
That's
each other.
what I like to watch, dude. They just fucking bow, just knock.
I like that more than the slap
each
competitions.
Other. Dude, some of those slap competitions are fucking crazy, dude. Like, to watch somebody get just completely fucking folded over from a slap, I'm like, god damn.
It's crazy, though, because you're basically... You're effectively making a fight the most dangerous that you could ever make it, because it's just...
Head trauma.
Three concentrated slaps to the fucking face, and it's not even always just three.
Sometimes it's just one.
But a lot of times when you see that, it's not the first round.
Oh yeah.
Like
who gets
it's
to
like
go
the
first?
third. Yeah.
A coin flip.
It's like the third or fourth. And then you see them fucking slaps, and them people that go down like that have been slapped like 5 times already.
There's this Hulk Hogan looking black dude. He like just haircut and shit. Like he had the fucking
Hulk
crazy
Hogan
mutton
would be
chop.
so mad at you for saying
I don't
that
give a
right
damn,
now.
dude. Hulk Hogan can suck my asshole. Fucking.
You wouldn't say that if he was really here.
I've
You'd be
met
like, let
Hulk
me
Hogan.
tell you
Hulk Hogan
something,
would
brother.
whoop your ass.
I've met him, and I did not.
He's like my uncle.
I mean, he fucking might be. I told him my last name was also Hogan. I don't think he believed me, but
that was everybody's first. That was Scott's very first question.
Am I related
Yeah.
at all?
Pat was like, "What's your friend's last name?" And I was like, "Hogan." And Scott was just like, "Is he related to Hulk?"
Maybe that's why he's so nice to me. He's like, maybe one day I'll get to meet the Hulk.
You should have just went with it and had him be like, yeah, he could probably get a signature for you.
No, I just got the biggest inheritance of my life. I got all of Nick's Supras and Toyota Skyline, or fucking Nissan Skylines, dude. I got all of them. RX-7s, dude. I got all this shit now, dude. They gave me the house. They gave me a fucking house. All their dogs.
Shit, I'd take it. They're like, oh, we were so close. I'm gonna forever miss
You
them.
just Photoshop a picture of you with him, like, on the beach somewhere.
He was my favorite uncle when I was little.
Not anymore, though.
We used to play these games.
That's funny as shit.
Hide and go Hulk.
That's terrible.
He was probably on Epstein Island, dude. It's all good. He was there.
Dude,
He dabbled
everybody's
in it, dude.
been there.
He
Shit.
dabbled in
That was
it.
crazy. I seen something about Epstein on the news the other day, and I was like, oh, this is like first time in forever. Like,
Uh-oh, it got through Trump's fingers. Uh-oh.
there was something about accusers.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. At this point, I think it's just is what it is, you know.
Have
But
we
the war
learned
with
from
Iran.
it?
And gas, all I give a fuck about is why. Get the gas down, dude.
Well, I heard that oil prices skyrocketed after that Iran attack.
That they did. Better fucking everything be skyrocketing all the goddamn time.
yeah, dude. You knew they couldn't fucking lower them gas prices that long.
People were paying them before. Why the fuck would you lower it?
Exactly.
Give a little tease.
But right. Well, like, we gotta get everybody not pissed off fully for about 2 weeks.
Raise it back up.
Yeah.
Pull the lever.
This just depends on where you are in the United States too, because we're getting paid what we get paid here in gas prices here, and you go out into like California, you'd be paying $6, $7, $8 for gas, you know. And
Yeah, I mean in Florida it's pretty expensive. Very expensive down in Florida.
Yeah.
you go over to Sandusky, you're paying 10, 15, 20 cents cheaper than you do here in Port Clinton.
I don't get that. I feel like a bigger city would have more expensive gas.
No, they got more, so they can give it to you cheaper. And
They
then
don't
plus
wanna,
here
though.
we got all the rich fucking tourists. That's all it is.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, they're gonna definitely pay.
That's what I always thought, you know, with Put Bay right there, it's, you know, people come in here and they want their gas. Because
Or even gas on Clinton Bay.
if they know about that, gas on Put Bay is like $7 a gallon.
Oh yeah, for sure. I remember the first time I went to Put Bay and bought a pack of cigarettes. It was like $9. I was like, what the fuck?
Man, dude. That's why I smoke these Lucky Strikes. They're cheap as fuck, dude. They're dirt ass cheap. I get 2 packs of cigarettes for the price of one, dude. Fuck yeah. That's a deal if I ever heard one.
Well, I'm surprised you don't roll them then.
Fuck no, that's time consuming.
eBay's convenient.
You ain't got no
but it's
time.
still cheap.
You know, you'd be trying to roll cigarettes and that cat would be meowing at you the whole time.
I swear his cat says his name. It goes.
I don't think so, dude. Don't say that.
Anytime I come over,
Keep that to
now
yourself.
he's gonna get super high and hear it one day and he's gonna be like, what the
Keep that
fuck?
shit. Hell no,
That's
dude.
where
I'm
every time I
smoking
hear
weed, I'm
cat meow,
upstairs.
it's
That
like,
bitch is not upstairs, dude. I would keep her out of the upstairs for the whole entirety of my being. I let her up there once, dude. One time. And there was fucking fur everywhere, dude. I was just like, never doing that again. Not once, promise to God. Dude, just black blanket, so like the fur,
That's
like
why
her
people
white
get
fur
hairless
was
cats
everywhere.
sometimes.
I don't even know, dude. I'd be brushing her sometimes, and like it just comes out so thick and full on the brush, and then she's still as fluffy as could
Just
you
sell
could
that
think
shit
of.
on
Like
the market.
she got 0%
Like, I got 20
less
bags
fluffier.
of cat hair for you.
Shit, what you think people are buying for? You know somebody buying? You got a link up on the fucking cat hair?
I gotta have you 20 bags by next week.
Ask your grandmother, dude. I bet she'll buy it for no reason.
You gotta do one of them fucking like deceiving posts where you like
It's
you're
cow
selling.
hair.
Yeah, you just like have a picture of some kind of like
Goat.
some kind. Yeah,
Fancy
it's just
goat ass hair.
anything. put it online as feet pics.
Brazilian
but
marmalade.
Then just like hide it in the description. Do one of the things where like the description you
like
do
people
like,
did with the Xboxes?
Yeah,
it's just
like
an Xbox box.
Yeah.
I loved seeing that when the fucking Xbox One X first came out, the big mini fridge bigger one. Motherfuckers would put the boxes on eBay for $500 and like just in the description.
Motherfuckers would buy, yeah.
They'd post it all and then at the very end it would say, disclaimer, this is just a box. Or display or whatever. And they were just dishing out $500 boxes, dude. I'm like, that's gotta hurt when you get that shit. And then you open it and there's nothing in it.
You
go
just
back
make
and
a
read
giant
the post.
long post at the very
Nobody
bottom.
reads all of
exactly. You get tired and you're like, what the fuck, dude? This is dumb.
I read all that shit. I fucking it's like, you ain't getting me. I said that's some devious ass shit, dude.
But do you read all of your user agreements?
Fuck no. I'll start dabbling through it.
Terms of service and
I've
shit.
read like all of one time, and then I was like, I started dabbling through them, and I'm like, they're all mostly the same. I don't give a fuck what they're doing to me anyways. If I want to use the shit, I'm gonna
That's how
use
they
it.
all secretly get our soul, because we don't read the entire thing. We just sign off on it. And
Oh, totally.
Hey, dude, Robot Devil's got to get dirty. He's got to get dirty, dude. You know what I'm saying? He'll get your soul one way or another, or IOUs.
Yeah.
I've already got 10
IOUs,
IOUs
that's how
and
they-
one IOU and IOU. It's like, whoa, yeah, can I give you another?
No. No, you can't.
But he does, because he goes through insurance.
But what if you switch your signature up halfway through your life and it's a different signature? Does your previous signature still count?
I don't even think your signature really means anything at all anymore.
Probably not.
As long as you're not signing in blood in something.
Dude, I'll sign in blood. That'd be more unique than my signature.
He'd be like, hold on.
Prick her open.
Yeah. Let me drip
Blood
some
pad.
blood in this vial real
Do
quick.
you have a quill by any chance?
You just fucking cut your finger open, you just dip it straight in your fucking
Pull
finger.
the Harry Potter one out and just pops in my hand.
That'd be stupid.
Damn.
It would be.
That'd be cool, dude.
Nah.
If I just pop a quill up in my hands and sign away in blood, dude.
Nah, yeah, I'd have to call you dumb.
Dude, I'd be about that. You can call me dumb. I'll
You
sign
have a book
it.
report to write in tomorrow. It's got
I'll
to be
sign
500
something
pages
for you.
long. You're like, I don't think it's gonna be done by tomorrow, bro.
I'll sign that shit in ink with my blood quill.
But would that work though?
Yeah, dude, it works with everything. It's universal. It's just magical.
That's crazy.
I can choose ink or blood. Or
What if you're
Ashes.
famous and you got to sign 100 signatures a day or thousands? Your limit's 2 today.
Yeah, for real. You know what I'm saying? Eventually you're just gonna lose too much blood.
what is that shit that gets your blood really flowing? That you can eat.
Producing more blood's different.
Are you
than-
talking about
Just
fucking
gets it flowing.
what's that stuff called? Viagra? You
No,
get the
it's
blood
like
flowing?
there's a fruit that like runners and shit eat, and it like, gets their blood flowing, so when they're running, it's moving around real good, shit. So I just eat that,
You're
so
just
that way
making
when I
shit up.
pop my finger, it's just gushing. Get a healthy
That's probably
flow.
not a good thing. You're gonna end up.
But if I'm
Adrenaline is what gets your blood
If I'm
flowing.
filling up a vial, then I can just top it off, and then I got enough for 100 signatures.
Well, if you're
I feel like
using
that
your
would be
blood
a
for the
lot of blood,
signatures,
though.
is
100
like
signatures? Jesus.
you would eventually, like, your body's not producing enough blood in time.
Well, you gotta think, they had like vials that big, and they would write, several letters a day, which is more than 100 words. Way more than 100 words. And they wouldn't even dent that fucking jar of ink. So, blood, maybe.
I say, I feel like you probably need a lot more blood to do that than you would ink.
It's like vampires sucking your blood. How many bodies
they eat
would they have to go
beets.
through before they felt full?
Beets?
They eat beets. Beets increases your blood flow.
Interesting, I didn't know that.
And also leafy greens, but beets. Well, eat like beets and shit before they work.
But that increases your blood flow. That doesn't replenish what blood loss.
No, I didn't say it was replenishing anything. I just said I was gonna make that shit flow faster so I can fill up that jar real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I ain't got time to wait for this shit to bleed out.
I think having less iron in your blood, it makes it thicker and thinner.
Shit, dude, I'll eat a potato and a beet. Dude, I'll fucking raw dog a potato and a beet.
There's certain stuff that makes your blood thicker and thinner.
My mom will eat raw potatoes.
Yeah, alcohol makes it thicker, but I'm not talking about.
I mean, I have tried raw potatoes, but
yeah, that's what I said. Alcohol
made it thicker.
Did I? I meant thinner because you're not supposed to take pills and alcohol at the same time because you can die.
Yeah, make your blood real thin.
But I wasn't talking. No, I think I said thinner, but then I said I'm not talking about the thickness or the thinness of the blood. I'm just trying to make it flow faster.
Well, a bigger wound then.
Yeah, no, but like 10 seconds ago you said alcohol makes your blood thicker.
That's what I'm saying. I thought I said thinner, but then I went to say thickness or thinning is not what I was talking about because that's what he said after that, and I was trying to say
well, if you're filling up a vial, does it fill up faster if it's thicker or thinner?
I think if your blood's flowing faster, it would. That's the bottom line. Thicker or thinner, I would imagine thinner would probably flow faster, but
yeah,
I don't want.
When girls have periods, it's pretty thick. It does. I mean, like it's.
Like, I don't know how that works.
You've been looking at them lady periods.
Well, I'm sitting there thinking, like, if it's thicker or thinner, does it flow faster?
They do have different flow rates. I'll tell you that from 10 years of knowledge. So it's like, I would imagine that has something to do with the thickness or the thinness of your blood at the time of your period, because sometimes they say they got a heavy flow, sometimes they say they got a light flow.
I think you bleed more in general if your blood's thinner.
I think you bleed more in general if you've got a hole in between your legs.
We technically have a hole between our legs, we don't bleed out of it.
It's not as was it used a gaping hole?
Yeah.
Hot dog down a hallway hole, like.
I hope they're not gaping, please.
Depends on how much beef curtain there is to cover it up, like.
I'm looking for regular gaping, not anything extra.
Yeah, I'm looking for just hole, not gaping.
I wanted to feel like home, not an apartment complex.
I don't even remember what I was talking about when you got.
I don't either, but I do remember just thinking, I hope it's not gaping hole.
Shut fist,
Yeah, dude, I'm just like, that's not where I belong. If it's gaping, that's for sure. That's not.
You spread out the legs and you heard like an echo.
I hope not.
Oh, I know. You get lost in that bitch.
Is the wizard home?
No, it's not. That's like
that's
one
a
of
pussy troll. I think it's a troll.
That's like what we were talking about in the beginning. When you fucking
find a gaping hole.
Yeah, you look. It looks nice and small and tight on the outside, but then you get in there.
Next time a chick asks you guys to rubber pussy. Next time a chick asks you guys rubber pussy, you guys better respond with, "Does a genie come out?"
Yeah. I don't know. That's probably not.
Maybe
the
in
best
9 months.
thing to say.
Maybe in 9 months.
I don't know if that ends up being a genie. I think you're a valuable person.
Hey, like, wait, I'm white, dude. That's definitely not my.
Like, why is that baby blue? God damn it!
Is that motherfucker purple?
I would say she's an alien. Then I'd look at her and be like, "You an alien?"
Yeah.
I wished for him.
Somebody granted that wish too. Who the fuck? Who granted that wish to put that baby inside you, bitch?
Would you accept a genie lamp if you could, like what if it was a time frame, like you get 3 wishes, but you can only use them, like in 30-year increments? Like you use 1 wish and you couldn't use the second wish for another 30 years, and then the 3rd wish you couldn't use for another 30 years.
You said, would I take it?
Yeah, would you still take the lamp?
Absolutely, that's 3 fucking wishes.
Yeah, I'd still.
You couldn't use the wishes until you're 90.
Well, no, you could only use your 3rd wish when you're 90.
Yeah, and then by that time you could just be like,
let's say all 3 wishes.
Let me be 20.
So if I got 1 now, if it happened to me now, I'd get 1 now, and then I would get another one when I was 62, and then I'd get another one when I was 92. So 1 now, I could wish for whatever would help me live prosperously for however long that is. Second one, I could wish for unlimited life for however many years I want to live in a life.
The third wish is, can I be 6 again? Can I go back to what?
The third one, you can ask for more wishes or something else that'll fulfill what you got going on.
Yeah, you can't ask for more wishes. That's like universal.
I don't know if you wouldn't be able to get to use those wishes.
What?
You wouldn't be able to get to use those wishes unless you live longer than...
Well, that's why I said the first one I would wish for prosperity and like wealth, and then the second one I would wish for everlasting life, and then or however many years I want to live for, and then the third one I would clearly be living that long. So, based on what my situation is, like if maybe I'm living forever, but my health isn't getting any better or anything, that would suck. So I would wish for like health as well or something then, or if everything's going fine and dandy and I'm rich and I'm living a long time, then I'd be like, let me slide in a couple extra wishes. No, somebody's dropping something.
Yeah, it's fucking
trip me out.
Upstairs, bitch. Be dropping stuff all the time.
But
I just thought of something. In Aladdin, when Jafar steals Genie
he
from
gets
Aladdin,
3 fresh wishes.
Yeah. I feel like when he got the fucking lamp back, he should have got 3.
Not just
3
one
wishes.
wish left.
Yeah, I would say he still just went back to his.
So each master has just 3 wishes, all in all.
Yeah, that's
like
some
that.
bullshit.
Because if that was the case, we could have a magical lamp and just be like,
pass it back.
You just pass it back
on your second wish. After my second wish, it's like, here, you just gotta make sure you pass it back, in a circle or some shit.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like most genies, at least I think all the genies I've ever heard of are just 3 wishes and you can't ask for more.
Yeah.
Well, if you can't, then my third wish is gonna be a bunch of fat ass bad bitches twerking on me and shit. When I'm 92.
He just said fat ass fat bitches.
With
I knew you
holes.
wanted fat bitches.
I said fat ass bad bitches.
I heard fat bitches.
Fat bitches.
Fat ass bad bitches twerking on me when I'm
Genie
92 years old.
The Genie was like, that wasn't detailed enough.
Can't. He's gonna double down with me, make sure he's got it right before he throws that wish. He's gonna make sure we're good. We're good.
You're way too trusting in a cosmic.
Listen, I already got my first 2. Of course,
being.
I'm gonna trust him on the third one. I mean, if I had issues with the first 2, then I'd.
But what if these bad bitches are 80 or 90 and they only look like?
Are
really
they
hot?
fat ass bad bitches? I didn't specify any numbers. I just said fat ass bad bitches, dude.
But see, you're gonna be so confused because Genie's gonna interpret that, and he's just gonna take your image of a bad bitch, but she's just gonna be fucking 750 pounds.
No, bad bitch has one definition, dude. There's
Did
one
you count
definition.
Betty White as a badass?
Fuck no.
Obviously, Corey does.
In her prime? But what if they were at one time in their life, but then at 80 they look clapped out?
Well, I think most people look about clapped out when you're 80.
Yeah, that's true.
I've seen
Like, you didn't specify
some
age.
bad 80-year-old bitches that I'm just like, God damn, you're 80 for real? Oh, good for you. But that's a small number, and they all lived in Florida. Something about the air down there got them growing different. I don't know. But fucking, dude, no, I moved this one chick, dude. She said she was 82. I was like, there's absolutely no goddamn way. Dude, she looked 55. I was like, she looked like a MILF. Not a GILF. But she was a GILF. And I was like, that shit crazy, dog. So you need anything.
She said she had 12 kids, and you're like, yeah, gaping hole.
Gaping.
You got 12 kids? Believable.
Listen, I would have dived in that gaping hole, I'm not gonna lie.
Head first over here.
I would have dived in, dude. You gotta take advantage of the spatial scenario, you know what I'm saying?
You went in kicking and screaming.
Nah, he went willing.
I went in shaking and seeming.
That's disgusting.
And then she was a squirter, so it was like a water slide coming out.
See, it just keeps getting better and better, dude. I'm like,
well, you gotta imagine at 80 when you squirt like that, it's probably just, you know how they show like
a fire hose?
It's a liquid fart.
Fucking huge cloud of dust.
I don't know, dude. She looked
but
healthy.
with lube.
She looked healthy. Especially for 82 years old. I was
How
like,
many
God damn.
She's like, I had 5 husbands.
I say this shit throw me in the will. You know what I'm saying, dude? I say it enough, but I meant it. Throw me in the will.
See, I feel like...
For all you know, she could live forever. If she looked 50, but yeah, fucking she's 80, she's probably going to be 130 looking 60.
I mean, if you live to be 130, you're the first person.
Yeah, right? I would say, fucking, if you live to be 130, you deserve to look like you're 60.
I mean, the oldest person, I want to say,
I think it's like 119 or
121, I think.
Something like that.
You count like you're still aging if you're frozen on a block of ice.
She's 116 years old.
I thought it was 19.
She was born in 1909. God damn.
That we have on record.
Today, yeah. As of right now.
Dude, that's crazy. You were born in 1909. Just imagine all the shit you saw through your life.
Too lucky. So I know my outlook on the next 300 years might not be awesome, but
I think that's an understatement.
I would really like to live for as long as I possibly can, and so, you know, there's some old ass motherfuckers smoking, so don't look at my cigarette when I say that.
It's hard not to. You're holding it at me.
But I think it would be cool to be like 116, especially if you're of right mind, you know, and like the last video I saw, I think it was about that chick. Her name looked really familiar. She's English. Her name is like Ethel or something. Ethel Carterham.
That's
I think
a crazy last name.
Carterham. At least it's not weed on.
At least you didn't say you're like Rothschild or something.
But I think I seen her like 113th birthday and something, and you know, she's like not, she ain't moving super fast or nothing, but she's sound of mind and she's like having a good time, you know. So I'm like, I think that would be chill. Like if I was just chilling, having a good time, you know, smoke a little doobie or something, and just be like, hey. I don't think I mind being 115 years old. That's just like, where'd you put my weed, Ethel?
So it's like, it is in your hand.
Oh shit! Get it!
Magic, how'd you do that?
Why didn't you say so?
Where's my lighter? In your other hand. Oh shit, how'd you do that?
You're a magician, Ethel.
Don't step on the flaming bag of poop again.
Yeah. Nah, I think I could agree with that though. Like if you're in good enough condition, because you don't want to be the 116-year-old that's fucking curled up in the fetal position all the time.
I beat Stephen Hawking in
move.
a race.
Yeah, but that's
You're
not
there pooping on
safe,
yourself.
bud.
You're like, I don't care.
Before he was in the wheelchair. Back in 1827, I was the real winner. Yeah, no, I'm trying to be happy now, not then, you know. So it's like, it all depends on my mental health and everything, and yeah, but it would be cool to live like quite a long time. I used to not think that at all. Like when I was younger, didn't want to have kids, didn't want to like live a long time. That's why I did not give a shit about like anything that was going into my body. I did, but I didn't.
Especially wieners.
No, I cared about that. Don't put that out. Don't put that shit out there, dude. Like I always said, and I still stand by it, dude. If I ever get sent to prison, dude, I'm gonna find a way to end it before I go to prison, dude. Cause
I ain't being nobody's bitch.
I refuse. I'm like, absolutely not. I'll take my own life before somebody wieners my butthole, dude. Never happening. Never happening. Swear to God, dude. I was like, from the get, I'm screaming I have AIDS. Like,
I don't think they care. You
Yeah,
put your
probably
butthole full
not.
of glass and they probably wouldn't care. Like,
I was gonna say, I wonder how many people who have been to prison have actually said the same exact thing you're saying right now.
hopefully not a lot. Hopefully either you liked it or you got
I think
out
that was some American History X shit. It's like, like you're gonna say that, but you also said you would end it.
Yeah, like I said, that's a pre-first right there. So it's just, I'm throwing it out there, hoping it makes a difference. And if not, dude, I'm gonna have to figure out something. I'm not going to prison. Well, I'm gonna make sure to the best of my ability that I don't do anything to get me there. But if it ever happens,
it happens to people that don't even probably deserve, or not even the word deserve, but like it accidentally happens, and then like you're like, fuck, I'm fucked.
The hell no, I didn't do that shit. The fuck no, I didn't. I'm far too honest to be going to prison.
I don't think that's a valid legal defense though.
Listen,
I didn't do that, Judge. I swear.
They got flock cameras on every motherfucking corner of these bitches these days, dude.
I had video proof, and he's all like, "That's AI."
Yeah, but yeah, right. I would say you never know what's AI nowadays.
You see that little stamp down there at the bottom?
How many times have fucking people been like, "Oh, we got all this camera footage," and then it's corrupt.
The glove didn't fit.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Yeah. We're just like, oh, we're missing.
See, that one doesn't help anything.
Well, there's like
OJ got away. His glove didn't fit.
Like Shawshank Redemption, he gets sent and like.
And then he digs a hole and gets his ass the fuck up out of
there. But he got sent to prison for life. Like I think it was 2 life sentences maybe. But
he was also on death row though. You're not gonna get raped on death row.
Yeah, you are.
I doubt.
In that movie, they tried. Actually, like it shows in the movie that they tried to.
Somebody gets raped in that movie.
I don't think it was him.
Yeah, but somebody does.
He uses the whole like.
I think
if you don't do it, then he gets out of it with a mind trick pretty much.
I think he got one of the inmates to rape a cop or some shit.
No.
I think it was.
Sure. I own the movie. I watch it like once a month.
So then tell me what happened.
Somebody look it up now.
There's the Brotherhood, and there's like 9 dudes, and like there's like a saw blade or not saw blade, like a shank to his head, and he tells them to suck his dick, and he pretty much says like, well, you know,
Who
like
does?
if you put that, Andy.
The main character?
No, Andy's the main character, and the Brotherhood's the white gang, and they want to make him his bitch, and they have him on his knees pretty much, and he says, if you don't suck it, when I pull this out, if you don't suck it, I'm gonna put this shank in your temple. And Andy says, well, if you put that shank in my temple, my jaw will clench up and you won't have a dick anymore.
Yeah. I don't know if that's a mind game.
It's pretty much like. It's pretty much.
I think then he just would make you suck his dick and not stab you in the head.
Pretty much says you bite it off.
Listen, I'm not going to prison. That's it. That's
all no, we're all wrong. Andy Dufresne is the main character who gets raped in the Shawshank Redemption.
So he did.
Yeah.
It just doesn't show it in the movie.
Yeah. That's crazy. Oh, they rape and beat him multiple times until he eventually fights back.
Is it a book? Is that Shawshank Redemption originally a book?
Probably.
Yeah.
Or it's probably discussed in the book.
The movie handled these scenes as part of its unflinching look into prison life in the 1940s to 60s era it portrays. They're disturbing, but not gratuitous or graphic.
Yeah. They don't even really talk about it. They pretty much just say he got beat up multiple times by the Brotherhood.
I think they probably insinuate it. That's how they do it in movies.
Yeah, I would say they're definitely not going to show that shit.
But yeah, I'm not going to prison. Never. Never.
You're going to jinx yourself.
Yeah, I would say you better knock on fucking wood somewhere.
Hell no, dude. I know it's good. I've been saying that for a long time.
Yeah, that's
but there's also people. There's also people.
Like, no, it's more of a ritual these days. Like I just gotta keep it up, so that way I won't ever go to prison. I'm not going to prison.
Famous last words.
See, like, yes,
That's
I believe that. Like, people say that,
so.
but like, there's also circumstances and happenings where, like, if someone were to do something to his family or the ones he loved, he would. There's people out there that say, "Oh, I'd kill a motherfucker."
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that would put me in a predicament if anything ever happened to kids or something.
Exactly.
I'd murder the fuck out of a homie.
Exactly.
I still wouldn't be going to prison, though. I kill myself.
Yeah.
Before it happens. Well, in
Right
Shawshank
there,
Redemption,
in that moment, I ain't even
the
gonna lie
fucking
to
warden
you.
fucking blows his head off before the fucking he gets like because.
If I know who did whatever to my family, I'm ending them, and then I'll just knock the shit out right then and there. I ain't going to prison. I ain't going.
Yeah. I don't think you would do it.
I don't know. I don't like to think about
You
evil
do-
stuff like that.
You get too confident with shit like that. You feel like it's a whole different ball game with the guns in your mouth.
or it just gets prevented from actually happening. It's like, how many people in a insane asylum say the same thing, but then they don't want to give you any way to do it?
It's just you got to get creative.
That's like a popular movie like idea sometimes. Like in the movie Weapons that I just watched, it kind of happens with dude's kid just wakes up in the middle of the night and runs off and goes missing, you know? And he doesn't have his kid, but he knows like something happened, and he tries figuring it out, and he tries to like beat up the teacher who like her whole class, it was just her class that went missing. And so he's like going after her and he's fucking sabotaging her and shit, but then he ends up like thinking about it later on or whatever. But it's like, it's happened in other movies. Like, what would you do if somebody hurt or fucked around with your kids, you know? Like, you know, the dude from The Walking Dead, the other cop, not Shane, I think his name is. So he's in a different movie where this guy, they all go to like a party. It's just like a couple dudes hanging out in the garage, like old time. They're like 30 or 40 or something. And dude's got a daughter who went to school, and he ends up finding out that some kid like raped his daughter.
I think that would be extremely. I don't have any children. Let's say my mom or someone very significant to me. Like I've said this in the past, and I want to say I would say this in the future. It's never happened to me, but I wouldn't want to wish even the most dangerous evil upon my worst enemies.
Somebody did something to my kids, I'd crash out. I swear to God.
Yeah, and I don't.
I crash the fuck out. You get fucked up. You fuck with my little dudes.
And I get that.
Fuck with my kids.
I was trying to use an example that I have.
No,
like, I don't have kids yet, but like, I would want. I would say wish death, but like
I'd crash the fuck out.
I understand that.
Fuck with my little turkeys, dude. I'll freaking getting the shit.
And there's people out there that like, let's say you get in an automobile crash and you end up killing somebody else's kid or something by accident, and they get sent to prison because they committed murder, and like it's just.
I think that's manslaughter.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it depends on what the accident is. If you're drinking and driving, that's not an accident. If something happened and everything was sober, you wouldn't go to prison for that. That's something you'd have to live with for the rest of your life.
An allergic reaction to a peanut that you ate next to me.
I mean, I suppose so. I guess it depends probably on where you live, but it's like, I've seen lots of things online about shit like that.
People can get off of that shit. They get the charges dropped and stuff.
Well, it's like, you know, you're outside.
Some people probably still, some people still serve sentences for that shit. End up like pleading to like manslaughter, or involuntary homicide, shit like that.
Where it's like a level 4 or 5, whatever like the really bad is that it gets up to here in snowstorms.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a chick in a minivan who had like her 3 kids in the back, and there was another guy in a truck, and both of them were going like the same speed, and the truck like lost control, and he just started like spinning and swerving.
You think the woman still wished death upon him?
See, that I don't know, but he didn't go to prison, but he had to live the rest of his life knowing that he killed 2 out of those 3 kids, and then the mom and that kid had to live the rest of their life knowing that, you know, their 2 siblings were gone. So it's like, there's craziness there, but sometimes it's not like, I think in my heart I could find forgiveness if I understand that it's a total accident. I think I'm going to be hurt. I think it's going to suck. And I hope that is something that would never ever happen. But I think if it's like something that there's no control over type shit, I think I could find forgiveness. But if it's an act of like aggression or like just nastiness,
well, there's people out there that are like Michael Myers that are just mentally really messed up, and they do things.
I'd kill a Michael Myers if he fucked around. Yeah. He could try to kill me for sure. That's what he does. But I'm gonna try to kill him too.
That's like if a lion attacked your kid, would you want to wish death upon that lion? You know, like would you?
I'd shoot the lion if I had the moment to do it. I'd shoot
the lion didn't know any better. You know, like it was an animal.
Fuck that lion. Yeah, I think I would.
Swimming with sharks. There's actually, that's the scenario. So a surfer got its arm bit off, but she still surfs to this day, and she doesn't wish. She actually spreads shark awareness and wants sharks to be saved. And you know, she could have had the mentality after she had her arm bit off, like fuck all sharks. Like,
I bet you if she had a gun on her while that shit was happening, she would have shot the fuck out of that shark.
Yeah.
But I can look back on something and think differently about it. Yeah, the time to contemplate
I mean, I think it's reasonable. You could not want people to go out and just kill sharks in spite, but if you're getting your arm bit off by a shark, I don't think anybody's gonna judge you for shooting that motherfucker.
Or like you somehow have a machete chopping.
There is movies like that where they're getting preyed on by
animals. Pull out a fucking
animals.
machete out of nowhere.
I didn't have it on me, but I do now.
Equip.
You're telling me if you were like in a battle with a great white shark, you're like in a machete, you're still gonna try to like.
Like, what if a bee attacks somebody, like your kid that's hyper allergic to
Fuck
bees or
bees.
something? You're gonna go on a mass
I'm gonna
murdering
find that
mission of
bee.
bees.
I'm
you
gonna
know?
find that bee.
Yeah,
a year later, you own an extermination
Like,
company.
I'm gonna find where your fucking hive is, and I'm gonna spray 7
And
cans of
move,
raid
and
in that
move hives
bitch.
the day before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
light that bitch on fire and then take a whiz on it.
some things you don't have control over, but people on their free will, there's definitely control there. So it's like,
Did Michael Myers have free will?
probably.
I don't think so.
Pretty sure he's seen
Sure,
some
he
fucked
had
up
to do
shit
what his
that
mom was telling him to do.
changed his opinion, but he made the choice to change his opinion. However old, he could change again if he wanted to, but he doesn't.
I'm glad like people with like autism and stuff just like are really nice.
Yeah,
they're just-
I'm
they're
sure
butterflies.
some of them are really fucking mean though. I'm sure.
What does IDC mean?
I dip cunt. I dip in cunt.
You do what?
I do cunts.
Don't. Aw.
Fucking bitch.
I think it's so funny that like over in England, I believe it's over in like the UK, that cunt is like a word of sincerity.
I don't think-
Australia.
I don't think- yeah, I was saying.
I'm
I'm
thinking
pretty-
Australia where they just call everything a cunt.
Yeah, I think they just. I don't even know if it's really a term of endearment. I think
They
just
have two
say
different
that
words,
shit.
ways to say it. They got like, "Aye, cunt," you know, and then they got, "Oh, you fucking cunt," you know. And there's two different ways to say it. One's okay, one's the other way. It's kind of like saying, like fuck here, you know. Fuck could be fuck, or fuck could be oh fuck.
That's why I made up the word Hoogandugan, because you can use the word Hoogandugan as in like you're a Hoogandugan or you're a fucking Hoogandugan. Like,
I think you could do all words like that though. Like, I don't think you gotta just make up a word for it.
I guess that's true.
Yeah, I think it just depends on how you're trying to say it. You can use it as
The
an term of
representation of it.
endearment. Yeah. However the fuck you decide to say it. Context matters. That's why they say that.
I wonder if when the aliens say humans, they're like, oh, humans.
Oh, for sure. For sure. You know, they're
Or
probably.
they're like, oh, humans. Or they're like, oh, humans.
Probably depends on how easily they let them fucking probe them, you know? Are you gonna give them a hard time?
How come
Fucking
aliens don't
humans.
pick out more gay people?
I don't think the aliens know. I don't think aliens have that kind of
Because, you know,
contact.
some humans out there would be like, alien probe me.
Oh, for sure. There's probably
And
people
then
out
they
there
just
that
be
are
like,
yeah, they'd be like, we can't even get in
I'll
here
see
and
you on your
get
next
in."
appointment.
So that's what we were gonna do. If you want us to, that's fine.
Maybe
Yeah.
they get an sense of enjoyment by not picking the gay people.
I don't think they know. I think they just find somebody and they're like, I'm gonna pick
they
you.
probably pick gay people first.
But if they're so advanced, why do they have to go with anal probing? Why can't they just be like, meh, scan?
If they're putting liquids in you, it's immediately into your bloodstream.
Honestly, I don't know how advanced you have to be. They might be advanced, but maybe they're not that advanced. You know, maybe anal fucking.
I'd be
probes
so
are
upset.
just-
They're like, we just wouldn't go with this one. We could have went with this one, the stainless, but you're like, what?
Shit, anal probes might have just been a story made up by gay people that were trying to hide that they were touching each other back in the day, you know? When they were, what happened to your butthole? Aliens! And then it just stuck. I mean, you never really know.
That's true.
I don't-
Aliens could have gave you the choice orally or like fucking alien.
Yeah, because nobody came back with the story like, oh, they gave me the choice. They were just like, they stuck their
the
fingers
red
in my
pill
butt.
or the blue pill. But you don't know which one's which. You're just like, I picked the blue pill, and you're like, you got anal.
That would be terrible. It'd be like one of them. It'd be like a double-sided coin type deal, though. Where no matter what, you're getting.
What if Morpheus was like that? He just didn't let Neo.
Oh shit!
He didn't let Neo know which path it was. He's like the red pill or the blue pill. One pill's reality, one pill's the Matrix. Like. But I'm not gonna tell you which one it is. It's like behind my back, like.
I'd take them both.
What would have happened?
I would imagine they would neutralize
everything
themselves.
would implode. Shit would just fall the fuck apart.
I wonder if, like, in every reality, like, Neo picked that pill every time, or if, like, in other realities, he's like,
no, I would say there's gotta be a scenario where he picked the fucking blue pill.
Or neither.
That too. That's no fun though.
Well, he would have
just
just stayed in the
different place. He's like, I don't think I want any of your things that you're giving me. I don't know where the fuck I'm at.
He would have just stayed in the Matrix then. He would.
I don't give a fuck.
I think Morpheus probably would have forced the other pill down his throat then, and you can't remember any of this shit. He's gonna let you go back to your house, Noah.
So here, use this one again. Take a resin hit. That's just got resin for days. You ain't even gotta stir nothing up in that one. You just take a fucking resin hit. But I think we're gonna wrap this up on that note. I'll smoke some resin. Alright, deuces y'all.
Check you later.
I do.